What is up, Entree fam? Welcome to the Friday Live Helpcast with me, your hostess with the mostess, Diana Gladney. And on this session today, we are answering your questions. Oh, my tag. But new shirt, learn and do. See that? My name, Diana Gladney, courtesy of, well, we'll get into that in a minute because I want to wait and make sure that we all learn and see who made these wonderful shirts, the wonderful shirt that I'm wearing, and I am so pumped. It fits so good, feels so amazing. So, had to delay the stream about 30 minutes past what it usually would start at. But if you're watching this on the replay, you don't care about none of that. But if you're live, thanks for being here and thanks for your time and your attention. And so we had some people in here saying that they came in earlier. So saying, hi all, hi Miss Gladney. Good to see you, debut guitar. Glad that you are here. Christopher Williams in the house. Saying, thought you missed something. You'll be back. All right, we'll see you when you circle about. As well as India Delgado. Brandon Glidden saying, first time viewing, I'll also be willing to pay for consultancy as well. You can go to DianaGladney.com/work with me. That is available and on there, and I'll drop that in the chat. You can do a 30-minute session, a 1-hour session, whatever works better for you. But the details are on DianaGladney.com on my Work With Me page. You go down here to the bottom, and you can set up a quick chat if you just have a question. For those of you that usually have questions that you need to kind of talk it out or whatever, you can just schedule one of those, or a 30-minute or 60-minute consultation is available. So again, I'll drop that in the chats for those that are curious, wondering, and asking and whatnot. And then let's go here. Let me scroll back up. But still good to see you, Brandon. Glad you're here. Going to get lunch. Be right back. Yeah, I also had to grab me something to eat as well. Saying save my spot. Okay, we got you. We won't let nobody line jump. Devin Chambers, good to see you. SK's crappy catching adventures. Or yeah, I think that's kind of fish. Or is it? Yeah, I'm thinking I'm pretty sure. Good to see you. Saying hey all. David Hunt, good to see you. Hello, Josie Liz, I guess. Good to see you here, ready to learn. Awesome. Doc, the rock, the man, the myth, the mystery. Not really the mystery. He'll tell you, okay? He will tell you. Good to see you. Brandon, back. Good to see you. B-Love INC, good to see you. Glad that you are here. Hello, beautiful people from the incredible, the just amazing Miss Eileen Smith. David Hunt, good to see you, saying aloha to you, brother. Digging Canuck, good to see you, saying happy to be able to catch this from the beginning. Indeed, because these can stretch quite the length, okay? I feel bad for the people on the replay because I try to make it as engaging as possible, but my goodness, I mean, I'm pretty sure they see that 3 hours and they like, not today. But it's quite a few, actually, that come on the replay because it winds up getting up to like some of them go up to like 200-300 views or something like that, which is significant, especially when you look at how long and the questions that we ask. I cannot even begin to add chapters, especially when we hit that 5-hour stream and the regular streams are like 2.5-3 hours. So Philip Edge, what is going on? Saying, what up, good people? Good to see you. Pressing Soul, you're saying, yes, ma'am, looking good indeed. Thank you kindly. Good to see you. Chris, saying, hey, champion, good to see you. Glad you're here. Devin, back in the house. Doc saying, I'm alive. Okay, we're happy about that. Build, ride, repeat, saying, what it is. It is what it is. That is what it is. Good to see you. K-Walk Comedy saying, hi, all, not here for trouble, just to learn. Kathy, you are okay in my book. Super chat already from Brandon Glidden. Good to see you. $20 saying, thanks. My pleasure. Thank you. I appreciate you. And all those that give super chat, as you all give from your homes, from your hard-earned money, I sincerely appreciate that. Just sewing into my life. I appreciate that. Saying, hey, and it is a fish. See? I watch some things on TV occasionally. Saying this is Lola from the LG. Okay, good. Now, Lola, you got one time. I don't get upset about many things. But that E for Diane, that was always one thing. Like, especially like as a kid, it used to crack me up. You're fine. But it's like, used to crack me up as a kid. I remember this guy, we were at church or something, and it was like you invite people on certain days or whatever. And I'm just not for it that day. We're doing the eating thing, the whole after church, whatever. So my mom was like, oh, you guys sit here. I'm going to get plates and stuff. I'm like, fine. So I'm sitting here with this adult stranger person at church. And he's like, oh, your name's Diane. I'm like, yes. And I don't know what my attitude was that day, but I'm just like, yes, it's Diane. He's like, oh, that's great. And I don't even remember what he said because I completely just was like, Mama, hurry up and get back and talk to your friend because I don't want to. And he said, he's like, oh, that's so close to Diane. Do you mind if I just call you Diane because of somebody that he knew or whatever? And I'm like, no, it's Diana, Diana. I said, why would you call me a name that's not mine? That doesn't make any sense. Clearly, I was a problem as a child because that's how I was. We get in the car on the way home. My dad says, apparently it gets back to them or whatever. Because I'm like, can I go sit at another table? I'm sick of this. And so my dad was like, why were you mean to him? I was like, I wasn't mean. He asked me to call me a name that's not mine. It's like that's like saying, hey, John. And it's just like, my name's not John, it's Tim. It's like, I know, but I like the name John. So you just renaming people? Is that what's happening? I took offense to it. I don't care. So that was little me. Eric, good to see you. Glad that you're here. Saying hello. I'm back. Glad that you are here. Let's see here. Oh, see, you corrected yourself. You lucky? Oh, we almost kicked you out the group, Lola. We almost kicked you out the group. Just kidding. Was originally going to go with a camera, but ultimately went with a camcorder for streaming. Sometimes it works for some people, I never recommend a camcorder unless specifically for that person's needs, what they're saying that they want. That is legit what they want. And then at that point, it's only really a couple few any of them will do it, but it's just like, making sure it really meets the needs. But it just depends. But yeah, I'm glad you found something that works for you. Saying already loving this shirt. I had to rock it. We're going to get into the shirts in a minute because I still got my merch here and whatnot. So we're going to get into that in just a tick. Saying roast some cameras. I loved your Panasonic and Canon vid. They roast themselves, okay? They roast them saying, so now I fixed it. I'm so sorry. I hate it. It's okay. It is no worries, Lola. I am not as the angry child that I used to be. I wasn't an angry kid. I was just very much the same. So let's go. Good to see you, DJ Strict, in the house. Glad you're here. Al saying, good to see you. Glad you're here. And saying, hi, you're an inspiration. Keep rocking so natural on camera. I've attempted to go live and just chat, but find it really hard. My mind goes blank. I'll keep watching and learning. So a quick tip for you. Postcards or sticky notes or something like that. Just right out of the frame or underneath the camera on the tripod or wherever you're going to look. So like if I was going off my webcam, which is here, versus my camera, which is here, you could put a Post-it note or something like that. So if you look down slightly, it's not the huge distraction. And so one thing that you can do if you are, and I started to do a video around this. I don't know why it never came to fruition, but it was, how should you be getting comfortable, or how can you get comfortable on camera if you're not comfortable on camera, especially when you're trying to do live streaming or your business requires you to do live streaming. Well, it's one of the tips is to have a topic or a couple things in mind, because these streams only get as long as they are because of you all and answer your questions and the conversations and things that come up. Otherwise, I can have a couple things in mind that I already want to talk to. So if nobody shows up, I still have a plan, and that plan gets replaced based on the content that you all, like I said, it's called the Helpcast. So this is more or less based on, it's viewer driven and stuff like that. But when I started back in the day, early on, I just had to have a topic. Maybe 2 or 3 people drop by, eventually maybe they get to 30 or 50 or something like that in the early days or something like that. But nobody was checking for the live stream like that because they don't trust that you're going to deliver, or they don't trust you with their time. With the video, you can look at it on YouTube and say, oh, that's 16 minutes. I don't want to watch that one yet. Let's go to the one that's 5 minutes. They can already determine that time. Well, on live stream, they can't. So because of that, that trust has to be developed, which is why you got to keep showing up. So you're going to be uncomfortable. You're going to be afraid, and it will be weird. However, you have to do it anyway so that people can watch the replay. They can start to skip through. And then when you pick a conversational style topic, an open-ended kind of a question topic, like, is Canon better than Sony? That's something that at this point, with the information I've put out, with the cameras that have come out, people are going to feel some kind of way about that. But because I didn't say Canon is better than Sony or Sony is, I'm not giving you a definitive answer. I'm saying, is it? Or like, what do you think? I'm asking your opinion. So at that point, maybe people leave a comment after the live stream, and then the next time you go live, people are more apt to come and join. But if nobody joins, you have to have a topic in mind. So the live stream may only be 10 minutes because of what you're going to talk about is literally only that long. And if nobody hops in, you can just go to the content that you have kind of pre-scheduled to talk about and just be kind of fluid with it. But you got to think, though, I've been doing this for 4 to be 5 years next year. With that in mind, you're doing these many live streams. I look at these as mini presentations. So any presentations I ever had to do when I was working in corporate America always were better because I'm doing weekly practice. I'm doing videos that require me to present and communicate better. So it definitely can get better for you for sure. But just be consistent. These are many presentations. And so the better you communicate and you manage your time and you're effectively delivering value live, more people will be willing to lend you their trust to go ahead and join your live streams. Doc Rock saying the ear slicing saint. And that is where it began when I was a child, apparently, because I didn't see any problem. So that's the conversation. If you're not in the Let's Get Live group, if you're not in the Entree Fam group, when we do our live streams over on Facebook, those private only streams over there, it's like conversations have come up between us, and Doc has been on there. And it's just like, I didn't see a problem in the Bible when the homie went up and sliced the ear because he had somebody walked up on him. They walked up on Jesus in the garden. What's the problem? I have a problem with that. No disagreement here. M3 Live, good to see you. Glad that you're here. And some laughing, saying, "Oh, aloha, aloha to you too as well. Good to see you, June." I love Outreach saying hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. Saying I'm a pro in the timeout category. Lola, you are. This is my live stream. You are out of timeout. Feel free to communicate as much as possible. Saying the R6, the Canon R6, be roasting. DP Review just did their best and worst cameras of the year and stuff like that. And the R5 only made it as the best photography camera because it doesn't overheat when you're only taking photos. But that is just so embarrassing for an established brand such as like Canon to still be doing the things that they are doing. It's like, I don't know. People stay in these relationships with these camera brands longer than they ever would a person that just keeps doing dumb things. Like, I don't understand. I was even posting on LinkedIn, like, I do not have brand loyalty when it comes to camera companies until that camera company shows and proves that they have a heart for their people. Either you're going to be service-centered or you're going to be self-centered, but you cannot be both. When you're being service-centered, then that service that you're rendering to other people, putting other people first, your customers, your clients, or whomever, you're ultimately going to get what you want. Is Zig Ziglar that said, when you help people get what they want, they'll help you get what you want. So it's no different in business. So, like I said, I don't too much food with Canon no more. They're not even on my recommendations list unless somebody just wants that camera and that brand. And it's like, okay, these are the things. I don't have them. I don't only recommend Sony cameras, despite what people think. I said I'll recommend a camcorder. I'll recommend a cinema camera. I'll recommend a point and shoot camera. It just depends on the who or the whatever somebody wants and is trying to do and kind of what fits that bill. So saying you need help finding stuff to talk about. Oh no. He said basically, Doc is saying India, who you saw earlier that I brought on the screen. It's like one of the earlier people came in at 12, didn't know, I guess it was rescheduled at 12:30. And we're saying let India come on because apparently Doc blames India for everything. Let's see here. So Lola saying fact, Diana. Kathy saying thank you. I'm actually, so this is in response to Doc's question. Y'all having conversations over here. Let me scroll down. Al saying thank you. My pleasure. Good to see you, Beards and Banjos. Glad that you're here. saying good place to find cranes for camera which can clamp to a surface. So it depends on how heavy the camera is, and you may not necessarily need a crane. If you are looking for anything that's like mirrorless, a pound, 2 pounds, or something like that, most of these cameras and stuff have the same tripod thread or whatever. So it just depends. If you need like a crane and you're trying to mount something to the wall, I mean, like obviously you need to be at a B&H photo video, because they're going to have a vast array of stuff from point and shoot cameras or GoPros all the way up to the cinema line. So they're going to have the widest array, or your local camera stores, or rental houses or something like that. But if you're trying to get something like on the Amazon and keep it simple, let me think of what it's called. It's like wall. This is a good option. It's something I was thinking about putting in the office, but I'm not sure yet. Kind of rethinking some things. So let's go over to the interwebs. So this is a wall mount here that you can see here. This one's particularly by Newer. Let me just move this out the way. So this one here specifically, so it is very heavy metal-y. You also got some of these here if you're just trying to, have something that doesn't swing. It's really stationary or whatever, by Limo Studios, who's actually a good brand I had got some soft boxes from. So the black one's $84. The silver one is $69. But what you can do is these are built to not only hold lights, and they're just like tripods. You can put whatever on a tripod or a light stand. You could do it with whatever. But, these are heavy metal-y type mounts and stuff like that. So this ain't no cheapo type stuff, and they will extend out and whatnot, and you can mount these on your wall, get a lot of versatility with that. And so this is a good deal if you're trying to rig out something and really put it on the wall. That way you're not having to worry about a crane. But if you for real want a crane, actual kind of a deal that you legit need that specific tool, I would say go to B&H or a similar place like Adorama, KEH. You're gonna have to go to one of the bigger brands that actually have cinema style gear and equipment, not just consumer based type stuff. So Kathy is saying, I like using B-roll and pictures for the Vlogmas videos that she's doing. We'll love recommendations for the best quality for the money. So say I'm using the YouTube library, may wait until April, the April challenge to level up the sound and try the Epidemic Sound. So here's the thing with Epidemic Sound. Let me go and help my people out real quick. So Epidemic, okay. Two schools of thoughts on this. Some people say use free stuff is good, and that's fine, and that is a great place to get started and whatnot. The other school of thought, which is my camp that I sit in, is going to be invest now, because there is whatever you're going to do eventually, you might as well do it right now, because there is no benefit more or less until waiting, because you're still going to spend the money at the same time. Furthermore, when you're doing an investment when you need it, or you're spending the money when you actually need it, it legit is an actual investment. It's not just spending. Spending is just like I'm buying stuff. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no use for it. I don't even know if I can use it, but I just have it. That's spending and wasting money. Whereas investing, you need better music, or you need whatever. That is what helps to establish and expand the creativity. For example, while I pull up the thing, because I need to sign in here apparently. No, what are y'all doing? Trying to verify? Whatever. Okay, I'll have to figure this out, because this is not helping me. But it's like, so the other thing is that also when you are looking at what you need for your videos on YouTube, okay, music, B-roll, stuff like that. In my use case, I absolutely am always going to make that investment up front, just like Final Cut Pro 10 was a significant investment, because it costs money, and it ain't no $20, $30 a month. So that being the case, I can't pull up TubeBuddy because for whatever reason it wants me to verify, and I don't know why. whatever. But I can't deal with this right now. Anyway, so I'm not going to be able to show you the discount or whatever because it's causing issues. And I don't have that particular piece of gear in here. But whatever. All right. So anyway, but I was going to say use TubeBuddy because when you use TubeBuddy, TubeBuddy gives you a discount on your gear. And sometimes not even necessarily your gear, some of the tools and the things that you use simply because they have partnerships with different companies. So something like a TubeBuddy, Epidemic Sound. Yeah, these monthly subscriptions and stuff add up, but that's why those Black Friday deals that they were doing made sense. Especially when you know you're going to use it. So when I bought Final Cut Pro 10, for example, it's like, okay, I had just bought a Mac. I don't really know how to use the Mac at the time, let alone this editing software, but I'm eventually going to start using it, so might as well do it now. And so especially the music, the branding, all the things that you begin to do for your work, your like videos and stuff like that, is not a hardship and it's not really going to return to you void because you're going to actively use it. What happens when the branding of your business gets better? What happens when the branding of your content gets better? It just gets better and it improves. If the editing sucked, if my on-camera presence sucked, y'all would not be here. You may say, well, she seemed like she all right, but I ain't finna stick around. It is what it is. So that's the thing. Go ahead and do it now because you're eventually going to do it. And it's a long-term profitable investment into the creativity of your work. Not that you can't eventually, get by with the free stuff, but make the investment now, I wouldn't wait. So June saying, I want to say this because I think it echoes Diana. Stop listening to your professional photographer friends when they're looking for a camera for video. Just saying. Yeah. My whole thoughts around that when it comes to, this is actually going to be today's video. So it's surprising you hit on that, June, because before I get into recommendations around the accessories that you need for video, especially to do documentation style vlogging, before I get into the specific camera types and setups and stuff like that, moving forward, I want to hear not one person, I bought this camera because of you. I want you to be able to say that it helped to clarify and show you that that is the best tool for what you needed to do. Because if you're just buying whatever I buy, y'all get your wallets ready. Because it's a lot of stuff I buy I haven't even talked about yet. I bought a good 5, 6, 7 Panasonic cameras. Bought, not rent. Bought. Never talked about it on the channel, save the unboxing back in the day of the G7. When that came in and talked about my first impressions and uses with the Panasonic G85. I never did a review of the ZS70, never did a review for real. I did some stuff with the G85 a little bit, but never talked about the GX8, never talked about the GX85, never talked about the ZS70. Like, it's a bunch of stuff that I have purchased, not rented, purchased, that has never been talked about. Because is it going to serve the masses? It may not. It may be a no. So, my whole thing is this. Don't buy based on what we say online or some whatever reputable channel on YouTube says. Buy based off. And here's the thing. Don't buy based on our excitement and our love for using it. I never want to see somebody buy an A6400, 6100, or 6600. I don't own the A6100, but in showing and talking about it, I want to see y'all buy that stuff because you see me use it. It looks dope, and you're like, I want that. Is this going to work for you, though? And what are you trying to do? And most people just say, make videos. All of us are, but not all videos are created equal. Are you doing live streams like this, and your camera stays plugged up for a week straight plus or more, and sometimes I forget to turn it off if I'm working like I did yesterday from 4 a.m. to, I didn't leave out the office until like 4 p.m., and then everything else I did from then was on my phone as I was going and doing stuff. So, what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I know I run the hell out of my cameras. That ain't gonna happen for real with some of these other brands and stuff like that. And you may not need all of that. So don't overbuy and don't underbuy, but make sure you're quantifying what you actually need. You can buy everything I got in the office and it may suck for you. So, SK said, I've been waiting to catch you live from watching your recorded lives. Awesome setup, great video clarity and audio. I'm listening and learning to assist my decisions to go live. Yeah, man, go for it. Absolutely go for it. There's no benefit in waiting for a lot of things. It really isn't. It is really no benefit in waiting to do a lot of things. So I am absolutely somebody that is just like gung-ho about, getting into something before I fully understand or know all the ins and outs. For example, Doc Rock can tell y'all I've been having a time. Again, I'll buy stuff, haven't talked about it, but at the same time, so this is one of the things that's going back that I bought. This is a HDMI hub. I don't know where the minimum focusing distance is, whatever, because this lens sometimes gives me challenges. All right. OKX, all the adapter situation and whatnot. Okay. Solid metal hurts somebody if you try to hit them with this. However, it's going back. Then I buy the newer one based on Doc's recommendation. Still haven't talked about it on the channel. Also by OKX. It's in use right now, but the HDMI keep going out. So I got about 30 minutes before my main monitor goes out. I was on a client call yesterday. Boom, monitor goes out. I'm sharing the screen. All the stuff is on the other one, and I'm just like, I don't have time for this. Got to pull out another adapter to hook up the monitor for HDMI because something's going wrong. So more or less that one's going to go back too. And I'm tired of fooling with them. I don't want to figure stuff out. I don't want to troubleshoot. I need stuff to work. These things are never going to get talked about on the channel because no point in bashing the brand. I could have got a busted model. Could be something with my computer. I don't know. And I don't even care to try to figure out. I'm just going to buy something else. That's about a good $220, $230, if not $240 that I done spent on these things. Just these two right now that I can see. Ain't coming to the channel to be talked about. So, it's like, so if it comes to something that you need, try to figure out what do I actually need, buy it, test it, try it. If it doesn't work for you, send it back. The hell with what we say online. But, I try to provide as honest, unbiased recommendations as possible when I'm sharing stuff like that. Good to see you, Eric, saying, when I start a live stream, I expect that no one is interested in the topic, that no one is watching, and that everyone hates me anyway. And then I have fun. Very interesting because here's the thing. We all think that we're boring. And I don't understand it. I haven't even taken time to really ponder that for real. But we all feel like we're boring. And I can't really put my finger to that other than some maybe societal belief that kind of has been just preached to the hills about not being good enough, or maybe it is a cultural, and I'm saying cultural like American or societal and present day type stuff, to where people don't feel great about themselves and they don't feel good about their accomplishments and their failures. Feel good about the failures. You never know that you didn't want to putt-putt ever again in life or a specific kind of car until you got a putt-putt. So it didn't matter how many times you were stuck on the road or how many people saw you and it's just like, man, Tim on the road again? It's like, hey, it taught me never to buy a cheap car again. It's like, so be happy about your successes and your failures. And so I think a lot of that comes from, I don't know, just people not... but having, a strong belief system about themselves and the current belief systems that they have, really even questioning if those beliefs really belong to them or if they really want those beliefs. It may be something that's a shared belief, whether it comes from your parents or whomever, and you don't want it. There's several belief systems and things I got from family, friends, and stuff like that growing up. I don't want it. I got rid of it. I replaced it and really just, do I even believe this? Do I even want this? So the live stream stuff, you assume nobody's interested in the topic. So perhaps, and I get what you said at the end, it's like, and always have fun. But like I said, all that gets mitigated when you don't pose it as a finite question of this coffee is better than this one, unless that's super controversial. Then at that point, people are going to come just to disagree with you. But I usually try to make it open-ended, conversational style stuff that people are actually interested in. And it has to be something that's commonly known and whatnot. Otherwise, they may not be interested. But as far as being interested in you, I find the most nerdiest people I love and enjoy to watch more than a Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I used to trip people out at work. Oh, Beyonce coming to St. Louis. What are you doing? It's the book fair this weekend. She can take a back seat and she ain't getting my money for, and I genuinely don't enjoy it. If you know me, I'm not an extroverted person. So I definitely am not going to pay to go be uncomfortable around a bunch of people. And so I get far more joy out of going to a musty book fair in a gymnasium here versus a Beyonce concert or something. And if she walked through the door versus my favorite author, I go see the author before I ever try to get, whatever. And that person compared to a Beyonce would feel like they're boring, but they are super valuable to me because they have impacted my life far more than any CD in that respect. And that's not no diss to musicians. In the same respect, I was on with Keith Palmer, who has worked with Jill Scott and stuff like that. He was trying to get her to hop on the stream, and I was finna lose it. I tell you, from the iPod days to the old school MP3 player, USB, like back in the day kind of, Jill Scott was rocking on. I have seasons of life, songs of hers helped me get through. So that means something to me. But, again, somebody like a Beyonce or whatever, I don't have that kind of affiliation or connection with. But I even still, comparative to a Jill Scott, that author is more important to me because their book helped me more than, somebody's concert or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we all feel like we're boring, and I don't really get that. But I do understand, like, you can still bring value. I think I'm an extremely boring person, and it's 37 y'all are hanging out right now. I had countless hours spent in this office, and I'm engrossed in what I'm doing. Yet and still, y'all hanging out. Y'all coming to see what's up. Ask your questions. Close to 10,000 people on the channel right now. It's like, yep, I want to see more. So I'm extremely humbled by that. So I would say don't discount your greatness. Don't discount your greatness. Saying metally. It's metally. Daggone it, you know what I meant, okay? Build right. It's metally. Like this is metally. And some things are plasticky, okay? So don't find me out here in the dictionary in these streets. Metally is a real word, even if I just made it up, right? Saying pop mics are way too heavy, would snap at a boom mic. So here's the thing with the Rode pod mics, and I finally got into get signed in. So Kathy, I can come back around to your question about the whole thing. So real quick, so this is the member perks area in TubeBuddy. So when you get a TubeBuddy account, and if you're under 1,000 subscribers, you can get a subscription for $4.50 a month. And you go to Diana.link/TubeBuddy to either get the free version or to upgrade. And you get a 25% off of Epidemic Sound. So the music you're listening to right now, and all the stuff on the channel comes from Epidemic Sound. Okay, well, you can check that out. You also have some other stuff in here, like for tuber tools, you get that. And it depends, I think, on the what. Like, this is a legend account, so some of this stuff is for free. But this used to be, like, for Filmora, used to be like 35% off. Filmora has made some changing to their structures and stuff, so I don't trip off of the fact that this has changed. But 1 month free and then 10% off. So it's still not a bad deal, and you get something just from solely having a TubeBuddy account. So I would highly suggest that y'all check out TubeBuddy first, get TubeBuddy, then go into the member perks area and go ahead and get that discount for Epidemic Sound. I'm going to drop that tubebuddy.com/Diana in the chat, and y'all can check that out. So let me scroll back up because apparently, I don't know why this word has been in my vocabulary lately, but I enjoy it. So Pexels, that's another good one. I've talked about Pexels before. PEX. Got greasy fingers on the keyboard today. So this is Pexels. This is another one that I like for free photos. This works well. And their stuff is dope. And I mean dope. Like, you see the good quality. These are real photographers, real creators making stuff. And the reason why I like Pexels is because they also do good video clips and stuff like that. So If you want it, you can get one of these. You don't have to give credit to the whomever person. So if you wanted some text or something to come over this, you want to use this for Instagram story to promote something, you could do that. It's a lot of good stuff. Like you are, let's say you're a barista, or you're like, we got new cinnamon rolls, new recipes or desserts. We're now doing breakfast, just a little text or something like that. Drop it on Instagram, and just a bunch of stuff that's really good quality. I think it's dope. I've been on Pexels for a long time, and they have just like gotten better and better and better when it comes to that. And then you also have unsplash.com, which is my absolute favorite just when it comes to free photos. So they got different categories. You can type in fashion, and you can see so the same chick just doing like a photo shoot. So again, people can get exposure and different artists, or like you said, I'm looking for something about camera whatevers. Okay, well, great. Now you can come and do that Instagram post and make it look dope, and you don't have to take those photos. So let's say, because this one uses a Sony camera, and I'm saying like I'm doing a new Sony mirrorless camera guide that I'm selling on the website, which is something I'm considering. I don't have to take a photo. I can just go grab this one that Samsung posted of a Sony camera with their memory cards, rocking for that, because they also understand advertising and promotion and getting more people to know and care about the brand. So you download it, boom, it's good to go. So a lot of good sites when it comes to that. Makes me need to update the website with free resources and stuff for things like that. Good to see you, Lim Drops. What is going on? Saying that's why I jumped into stocks with real money. Alrighty then, so I must have missed that one. Saying that's good. Alrighty, I think I missed that one also. Epidemic Sound. Oh, what is that? I wanted to hear your opinion. Epidemic Sound is a place where you can go to get music, and you can actually, let's switch gears here. And I like Epidemic Sound because they're unlike other platforms. It's some brands I'm just really falling in love with more and more that are creator focused and focused around what are you doing and what do you need. So when you go over to Epidemic Sound, again, Diana.link/Epidemic Sound if you want to get a free trial. So this is so I'm gonna pause the track and I'm gonna play some of the music because I am signed in, and it's telling me based on the kind of music that you play on your channel on YouTube, because my YouTube and my Instagram account is linked. So they're helping me hey, based on the stuff that you like, here are some songs and artists that you've used or have played before. Maybe, and this is stuff that's similar, maybe you'll like it. So this is one track. You've heard this on the channel before. Feels like you're looking for something bad. So, y'all heard this one? Just dope songs. I've used those two before. So I've not used that one before. So if I want to add this one to my playlist, I create playlists around I always go for a vibe. All right. And so, yeah, I've heard, if you've been in the group, you've heard Alicio echo that your vibe attracts your tribe. All right. So that matters, because just like Doc was on the live stream last week on the Friday cast, I'm talking to Doc, and Doc just all into the playlist that's playing in the background. He ain't even listening. But I'll create a vibe okay, this one is that new summer 2020 vibe, holiday stream vibes for the vlog, sound effects I like, brand assets, stuff that I use for sound effects and things like that. Just dopeness. Again, jazz, chill songs, day in the life vlog. So again, I had a vibe in mind, what is the feel for that video? And I'm okay, well, I want my stream to be like this, or I want that video to I want it to have this kind of essence. So when you go to the day in the life vlog, let's say I'm gonna add that one, okay, that's a video I'm still preparing for. We go to the playlist, don't have to be long, but it's let's go here. So that's the song we just added. So, and here's the cool thing. The stems is every area of that song. so we can just listen to the melody part and just see, like, do I just want this part of the song? Is this what I like most? And so it don't come in. So either I can keep that part of the song, get just that part of the song, or I can mix it how I want to and be like, I don't want that talking part. So let me download the stems and take the melody part out, so it's no talking essence in there, and it's just the other parts of the music. And so if I just want the bass part, then so you can hear the different elements of a song. And sometimes stuff like that is like, I'm getting an idea of, let's say I'm going down a grungy hallway or a subway that looks sketchy in the vlog or something. It's just like, that one stem from that song. So I could literally just grab that piece and have that to be the vibe that goes with my actual, what's the name? Am I getting, all right, hold on one second, y'all. I gotta answer the door. So we'll be right back after these messages. All right, my bad, y'all. Had to go answer the door. So, all right, so back to what we were talking about, epidemic sound. All right, so when you go over here, you can pick whatever songs that you want, or you can grab the full mix. Whoops. And that's kind of loud. Let's turn it down some. And then I can turn it down over here, at least halfway. So you can pick the stems, the full music, whatever, download it, and go based off of that. So y'all heard this. So y'all heard that song in that day in the life vlog, because I'm kind of preparing and putting together the vibe of that song. Like, okay, like I think that'll be dope to kind of do a progressive story of the day. And it just rolls like, you know, like it's all right. I can loop that. So that song is like, I'll try to find something that's like cool enough. Even like sound effects, if it's a sound effects that I like, then I'll curate those into a playlist. So come the day I need it, it's just like, okay, but the cool thing, like the sets epidemic sound apart, is just like I can say this like a phone notification and just keep that there. So if I'm looking for something, I can come back and look at my own notes of what ideas I had in mind, or it's like go to, even for certain songs, because you can do that with songs. And I can add, like, go 2 minutes, 23 seconds of this song is great for an intro or something like that. So it helps me to come back or whatever. And I'll just let Epidemic Sound play in the background in addition to, like, it's dope because you can pick out categories. Like I say, they'll give you some help here. You can refresh that list and say, here's some other similar songs. And it's like, I don't like that one. So, you know, whatever the case is, or you can go based off of genres, and they have a ton of genres. You can go. This is what I was saying. Like, yeah, free stuff is cool, but it's not as vast as this to be able to say, like, I want something that, you know, I don't know, religious theme. I guess if you're, you know, have a Christian-based YouTube channel or something, or I don't know. It sounds kind of churchy, or I don't know if you're doing a baptismal or something for the church and it's like a super emotional story and whatever else, or just even in general. So you can pick a ton of stuff. So Epidemic Sound is dope. You can go, again, Dina.link/Epidemic Sound if you want to check that out. And I'll drop that link in the chat if nobody has already. So that way y'all have that. And we'll move right along with the other questions that we got for the day. All right, so golly, I'm real behind now. All right, moving real fast. All right, let's see. All right, okay. Lim drops in the house. Good to see you. All right. Scroll. Okay, I see conversations. Good, saying word. Back when I had a shop, I helped you make up your own mind. And that's one of the things I never liked about Best Buy. At least the locations that I've experienced here, it's like they just tell them, I guess, whatever needs to sell or something like that. I remember I walked in, I messed up somebody's, I guess, sale or whatever, because this guy was trying to get the guy to focus. And this was a A6500. I wasn't even with Sony then. I was going in to look at the GH5. And he kept saying, like, it's the background's in focus. He's like, why am I not in focus? And the guy's like, well, I don't know. Maybe it don't focus all that well, or, you know, some cameras focus differently. I said, A6500 focuses perfectly. And I was like, and in photo mode, I said, you have eye autofocus. I said, do you have it enabled? And I'm asking all these questions. I'm a nerd. So he's like, well, why don't you look at the camera? You can help me. And so I wound up helping the guy decide, but he's like, Best Buy didn't help him, so he took his business elsewhere. But he was able to make his own decision of the whatever. And I was like, yeah, that's why the paintings and stuff is in focus and you're not, because you don't have the right autofocus mode enabled. I said, you can put it in manual focus and get it tack sharp exactly what you want, and that focus is not going to move if that's what you're looking for. So the guy, we got caught up talking. The sales rep wound up leaving. He just walked off. So I don't necessarily have the best experience at stores, trying to tell the truth, at least. So I appreciate June. Doc saying, mahalo, all you guys are making this much. Such an awesome way to cuss out 2020. So fun. Appreciate y'all. Absolutely. Saying some more respect to you. I appreciate you. And June, you too as well, brother. Saying good point. Saying 100% buy based off of need and future capability. Think of the return on the investment and usability. 100%. 100%. Saying it may suck for you. Hashtag shirtable. Indeed. It's like, it may suck for you. Can't believe I just typed that word out at all. You know, Lim drops, this is your month. This is your month. Saying, take it back. Saying, wait, did Diana say we can't hurt people, or we can hurt people with gear? Which one? Oh, this one. It's metally, and you could do some damage, you know, should the need ever come. You need not look for a weapon. Look for your nearest USB hub. Saying tax write-offs. Yep, that's another thing. Say I need stuff to work. Also shirtable. Saying I appreciate that approach. Share and elevate what works. Let the meh gear disappear into the whispers of the interwebs. And that's the only thing. It's like, I make no money from most of these companies that I love and enjoy, because, you know, it's just like I was saying to a friend, it's like, not everything can you maybe be an affiliate for, or if they even have a program, and not everything are you able to really, I don't know, I guess just, I don't know. Yeah, everything you can't be an affiliate for or whatever, clothes you wear, from the car you drive to whatever. So we're going to recommend stuff anyway. So why not at least help you get what you need either way it goes. And if something doesn't work, let's just let it be. And like I said, let it die off into the interwebs. Holy cow, got a super chat from the Book of Alpharonomy saying, bless up DG Sony A7C with the 20 f1.8. Has me thinking about selling everything else. Keep grinding and growing the Glad gang. Well, I appreciate you so much. I really, really do. Hey, that is a awesome setup. The Sony A7C and that 20 millimeter f1.8. I mean, and that's honestly, when I got the 35 millimeter f1.8 that sits back there, and with my A6400, I was like, this is different. I'm like, I don't even understand the quality that's just coming straight out of the camera in standard. I'm like, this is amazing. So yeah, just good stuff. Saying Random Life Production saying you have to believe people are interested. If not, what's the point of streaming? It's like, well, here's the thing. It's like sometimes you have to grow into a belief system also. So it's like you have to, and it's like doing while not yet being in full belief, but the belief is growing and developing. I think that's one of the things we kind of don't look at when it comes to belief systems. It's like, okay, let's grow into this. It's like I don't fully understand or fully believe yet, but I'm going to take what I do have and rock with it just the same. Saying Pitio saying useless belief systems in the shredder. Absolutely. A good shredder too. Saying our society spends a lot of time pushing individuals down for nefarious reasons and then wanting the country to be great again. That makes zero sense. I think as a whole, we still have a lot of growing to do, individually and socially. Like even a friend put a post up comparing two thought processes, which is like something that's an issue in like the Black community, where for a long time, it was always like Black men don't cry or boys don't cry, suck it up, blah, blah, blah. When you see this little boy crying or whatever, and then that boy grows up into be a man, and now he doesn't know how to express himself emotionally or see value in expressing himself emotionally. So when it comes to his girlfriend or his wife or something like that, they're like, why don't you ever express any emotions or show anything? And that was because of that horrible cultural belief of, at the time, you don't show emotions or you don't cry, you suck it up and blah, blah, blah. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on continuously that just needs to die and be rebirthed into a good, strong belief systems that develops whole individuals or helps to cultivate whole individuals. Catholic Marathon Mama saying, I'm always glad for the truth bombs dropped by Queen Diana, renouncing belief systems dumped on oneself. Fire. I appreciate you so much, and everything that you do. Saying, I'm not so beehive. I do support that one's again. So, and then Doc's language. That one missed me. So obviously not the only one that have listened to Jill Scott. I'll see. You that's fine, Lim. We'll bring you along. You'll get on board. Saying you boring. I'm hanging on every word. So here's the thing though. Go back to those earlier videos. We showed that on the last stream, like my first video. That one is not so bad, I guess, but at the same time it's still just as embarrassing. But I don't know, you grow and you develop, but again, you got not just 10,000 hours or something like that. My thing is not, especially the greats have always talked about growing in your skill or your craft and spending 10,000 hours to master something. I'm not looking at the 10,000 hours. I'm looking at the 10 years of being in something and growing in something for real. So, it's like you may start off being kind of boring or something, or you look back at your past self like, you could have used some work here or there. So, but I appreciate that. All right, say some things are plasticky, also shirtable. Saying, I am awesome, but misunderstood. And I think to some extent that is okay. Yet and still, when you get around other awesome people that are like-minded, you become more understood. And that's another thing. I guess we're talking about a lot of personal development stuff today in the questions. So it's like, if you're around a group of people and you're misunderstood, sometimes we look to change ourselves to be understood. Okay, well, if that group of people is down here, then you're kind of up here, to get understood means go find some people that are up and over here with you or above you that are like, no, you're fine. That's actually what you need to be on the path to what, so don't trip off of it. You could be misunderstood in the wrong group of people or the wrong community of people. You get in the right community of people, and you'll find oftentimes, I've found in my life, that you shouldn't be around those people. That's what that's telling you, not to convert or conform to their belief systems, but for you to go find that community where that is understood and you are affirmed there. Bogdan, good to see you, saying that's exactly what I needed to hear and didn't even know it. Thank you. Okay, I've said many things at this point, but I'm glad to have been of service. Saying we are just hanging out waiting for the 10K giveaway, 10 pounds of white chocolate. That is exactly what we are giving away. Matter of fact, let me speak on that since I haven't brought that up just yet. So if you're new to the channel and you don't know what the Wheel of Wonder is, you are in for a treat, because the 10K giveaway, we're giving away a Switch Pod. We are giving away 1 year of Ecamm Live Pro, an annual subscription of that. We're giving away some discounts to the merch store. And when you hear this music, okay, this is going to change your life. This is letting you know we're getting ready to head over to the glorious Entree Woman TV Wheel of Wonder. Okay, and this wheel will change your life because we'll add things here. We'll spin. Okay, you got to pick a number between 1 and whatever. If you win the number, then we go over to the wheel and we will see. Okay, so this one is a spin again. So we'll spin again. So I'll put all the prizes and things that you can win and stuff like that on here. And so we will see. The wheel is unforgiving. If you get a bust. Oh, hit the wrong button. This is what you will hear if you get a bust. And it will just wave you out because it's so sad. Just it's okay. Maybe another chance, another time the wheel will be forgiving and you might win something. But if you don't, then that's just how we roll. But it's the Wheel of Wonder is a lot of fun, but that's how we're going to roll into the 10K giveaway. And I'm just going to put stuff up there on the wheel and we'll give those glorious prizes away to you, the Entree fam, in real time. And so like the way that you'll redeem your prizes if you won or something, hit me up on probably like via email or Instagram or something like that. But you got to claim your stuff in the next like 24 hours or whatever. We ain't doing that. It come a month later. No, that stuff going out like next day. So, yeah. So, this is my first stream with DG. Not only do I think I'm boring, I'm not sure I would have enough to say for a live stream. Well, here's the thing. Everything of what I say, and we've been going for an hour now, is predicated on what you all say. And so maybe I wouldn't do a stream for an hour if I was just solely doing it by myself. Again, I'm going to have prepared topics. And so at that point, I'm just trying to provide value for the replay if I don't have live viewers. And so most of us are not a person where if we just post stuff, people are going to show up and find us randomly. And then we're going to get to 1 million subscribers. Like, that's not going to happen. Those days are long past on YouTube. So, and especially back then, it wasn't, if you knew how to get footage from a phone back in the day or a camera back in the day, and it was a whole long drawn out process. So not many people even willing trying to do that, let alone, getting to the point now. It's like if you're creating content, you really have to focus on the value to the other person. So with a live stream, you want it to be something that's conversational and something that is of interest to your ideal audience or whatever. So even if I'm a RV reviewer, or if I own an RV shop and something just gets announced, a new type of tire for the wintertime or a controversial type of a RV that people are like, well, it's not quite. So if you're in the space, you're interested. So when you search on YouTube about this one versus that one, that's what the live stream is going to be about. So maybe we checking out the stats on the website. No different than a camera review or a rumor for the camera. So same deal. Mr. Riley, good to see you. Glad that you are here. Why is the other one people coming up? All right. Glad you're here, saying 40 watching, 17 likes. Let's get it up. Yeah. Definitely hit that like button if you're enjoying the stream and whatnot. Saying thanks for the directions and that link. Absolutely. Pexels or Unsplash, always a good place to find photos or video. Absolutely. I love those sites. They're so good. Saying just make sure you spell TubeBuddy right. Indeed. Yes. Please spell TubeBuddy correctly. Saying we just discovered Pexels yesterday. It's a game chat. Oh yeah. It's so good. So good. We have the official Bishop Donald Oliver Ministries. Good to see you, saying good afternoon, fam. The Let's Get Live squad. Good to see you. Glad that you are here. Is this another one? Holy cow, Book of Alpharonomy. Brother, you humble me. Saying TubeBuddy has made my workflow noticeably more efficient, definite. Add it to your toolkits, gang. Absolutely. Like, thank you so much again, thank you. You caught me off guard. Raw and Uncut podcast. When is Ecamm getting a native restream? I don't know. That's a good question. A couple things I know are in the works, which is producer mode, so that let's say I just want to do this and talk. I don't want to click on the screen. Maybe I got somebody off camera that's managing it, or maybe can do it remotely. Then that's a producer mode. That one's something that's available. Multi-streaming, I've heard Glenn and Ken, who are the creators and whatnot of Ecamm and developers, these guys are masterful with their stuff. If it was something that was easy like that, they would have done it. Because anytime I've thrown out a deal, and I can say it for sure from me, and as well as other people, they don't wait for like 3, 4, 5, like they need 50 people to complain about something before they change something. They just say, oh, do you think people would be like, yeah, it's a bunch of live streamers that'd be really interested if you could do this. And they'll say, that's not hard to do, is it? And they'll be like, no, it's not. Like, we can do that. And then it's next update, like that week. So if it's something that's very easy to do, they would do it. But in hearing them in conversations and what they're saying about it, that's going to take some work. And so it's something that they have actively been working on. So the ability to go live to YouTube and Facebook or multiple places, that kind of stuff is coming. But the interview feature took precedence. And that is still constantly being updated in addition to other stuff. So it's going to take some time. Furthermore, like if you are multiple streaming to different sites or whatever, just be cautious of that, because sometimes that can frustrate your audience. Adam's Exploit saying, hello, Dan. I made your life better late than never. Hey, nothing wrong with that, brother. We are all here to help out, chill, and I'm glad you enjoy it. David Hunt saying, this is fire. Well, David, I'm glad that you enjoy it. You even got some emojis going on there. And that was a fantastic opportunity to say, go entertain yourselves. Oh, yeah. Doc will, here's the thing. If you're on Doc Rock's live stream, Doc will be like, all right, y'all, let me grab this. Y'all entertain yourself. He just ain't no be right back screen. Ain't no music interlude. It's just like, y'all got it. It's and the chat is just happily fine talking amongst ourselves until Doc comes back. Saying that to make a video for next time. What you mean, June? Like for when I come back? I guess it depends. Saying just missed it live, but enjoying the replay. We're still live. So yeah, we're still here. So this you're not watching the replay. We're actually still here. Saying, Diana, I hope you're having a great week. Indeed, Kathy. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you so much for your white chocolate, vegan white chocolate recipe that you did on your live stream, because Kathy is also doing Vlogmas. So you click on her name in the chat and check out her channel. She has been making like some winter hot type of drinks and stuff like that. It is just so good. Setup is dope, and just like super easy recipes that like you can do. It's really easy to follow. Some recipes have you buying stuff that you'll never use in anything ever again. And I like the way Kathy breaks down stuff on her channel when it comes to making something that is dope, but it's very easy to do and pull off, even if you're not, some culinary expert. So kudos to you, Kathy. Appreciate it. Saying this is your month. #droppable. Saying most stores don't train their employees to explain how the products they sell work anymore. It's a must to research and to know what you want before going to buy almost anything. Yeah, that's why it's no point in me ever going to the store, even if they have it locally, because most of the time in my experience, the questions that I ask that I've already really verified just to see what they're going to say are so like just, it's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Super chat from the limdropsofficial.com. Good to see you, and I appreciate that. Saying from Limdrops, just thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. Let me see here. Saying roll on the floor, laughing, saying I don't give a f what others think about me in real life or in a live stream. I heard that. Shoot. And saying, wait, I feel like that with you, #fan. I'm behind on the stream, so some of this stuff I had to remember what I said. Said I need TubeBuddy today. Put a link in the group. Okay, I'll put the link for TubeBuddy and whatnot in the Facebook groups and respectively. Saying hello, what is a good lens for the Canon M50, which is quite cheaper. So if you're going still with the M50, the Sigma 16mm lens is the easy recommendation for multiple use cases and for most creators. So if you're still going with that camera, I would absolutely say go with the Sigma 16mm f1.4 lens. And because I know that can seem, I say that stuff and I understand it now, but I also understand when I was first getting started, why I would be lost as hell when somebody's describing something and I'm like, what did you just say? How do you even, what? So this is the Sigma 16, as Doc would say, the sweet 16 here. And you may be, although that one's for the Sony, but I'll pull up the one for the Canon. But it's all the same. It'll look the same. It'll just be fit for the M50. Let me just go for EFM, which is the mount for the Canon mirrorless lineup. So still same deal. And you may say, oh man, $379 potentially. Okay, I promise you, if you buy anything else, you still are going to find your way back to this lens. That's the thing with buying stuff cheaply. Eventually, you'll still find your way to buy some. Either you're going to waste enough money to have bought the original thing, or you're going to, and I'm putting this in the chat for you, 16mm for Canon M50. Either you're going to waste enough money to have originally bought it, and still not be happy with the results, or you can just buy it and that investment will be well served over time. So I'm almost caught up, allegedly. Maybe not. I don't think so. So let me scroll. Okay. All right. Chocolate Twist Yoga, good to see you. Saying hi D to the G, and hey Andre fam. Dark chocolate, yoga, and a woman's symbol will forgive you because it's your first comment of the day. But my gosh, the dark chocolateness. Okay, saying OMG white chocolate. See, thank you, I appreciate that. What is going on, Dr. ELO? Glad to see you. Devin Chambers saying, I love the Wheel of Wonder. I need to talk to Ecamm. I said I was going to, and I think we just keep forgetting to do like the another Ecamm Live giveaway in the Ecamm Live community group using the Wheel of Wonder. It's like me and Katie have talked about it, and then like stuff will come up, and it's just like we'll forget about it. So I need to revisit that with them. Saying, come on, Wheel of Wonder. So let's do a mock play of the Wheel of Wonder since y'all want to go there and everybody dropping numbers. So we're going to do a Wheel of Wonder, all right? So y'all get a feel for how this works. Let's say I would give you a working version of this. A working version of this. So I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 22. Drop your numbers now. You have 45 seconds. And I know I'm dropping this on y'all, but this is how the Wheel of Wonder would go. 45 seconds on the clock. Actually, I need to unlock it. Hold on. That's why that's screwed. 45 seconds on the clock. Pick a number between 1 and 22. I already have my numbers selected. If you don't pick the right number at the time that I put end in the chat, when this is up, when you see my comment that says end of round 1, you don't get to play no more. All right, so pick a number between 1 and 22. Might give something away for real out here in these streets. We'll see. So you got 16 seconds. So this is how it rolls on the Wheel of Wonder. The best music, corniest music out there in town that you've never heard of before. And we are all caught up. I think, no, we're not. Dr. Yellow had earlier number in there saying 3, 7, 10, 6, 8, 4, 7. She picking twice. 7. Oh, she put 7 in a dark chocolate. Now you disqualified. Saying that's fine. Saying I hate dark chocolate. That's why I knew Dr. ELO. We were all right. Saying winner, chicken dinner. Saying, oh, time is up. I'm getting distracted in the comments. Okay. So, all right. Time is up. Let us see what happens. And I'm come back to Eric's comment in a second. Let us see. It's too late. Y'all no, after the end. When it says end, I'm putting end. All right. So now, let's go through and see who got the numbers right. Because it's a lot of numbers came in. So we got 14, 8, 5, 7, 4, 22, another 22, 16, 14, 19. Kim Butcher, good to see you. 9, 25, 21, 16, 25. Wait, y'all picking most. This is cheating. We have this problem every single time people cheat with the wheel. Say, wait, we make the glad game. Oh, okay. 15, 7, another 7. Y'all picking so many numbers. 4, 22 is your lucky number, and then 8, 16, 15 after you pick 7, and then 16, multiple cheaters apparently today. 21, okay, let's see here, 9, we just got all kinds of foolishness going on out here. 17, 19, y'all just picking numbers. Doc over there cracking up, saying 8, 6. Be Live Inc. It's only 2 of y'all. So if I don't see more than 2 numbers, you disqualified too. 17. Jeez, and 6. Oh, this is horrible. I need rules for this game. And then y'all signing in as Andrew, as Sylvia, as Preston. So it's a lot of cheating going on out here in these streets. And folks keep picking my number. And finally, my comment that said end, which was 17, was the number that I chose for our mock round. So that would have been Eric. Even though you picked multiple times, it's fine. So we got Eric, and we had, who else picked 17? Of course, I don't understand her luck when it comes to, every time I have done the Wheel of Wonder on this channel, Chocolate Twist Yoga has won something. And poor Kathy gets bust all the time. The Wheel of Wonder is biased, apparently. I need to check the wheel to see if it's a dark chocolate lover, because something is off. All right, so I saw 17, so that's 2 people, even though y'all picked 83 numbers apiece. So 2 people picked 17. I'm gonna have to figure out better rules for this next go round. So we're going with that. So we'll give the round of applause and appreciation to those that won. All right. Golly, the wheel is so hard, y'all. You cheat all the gosh darn time. So let's say we going over. We going over to the wheel for the 2 winners. We had Eric. That was the first one. All right. We would see Wheel of Wonder, spin, spin, spin. Tell us what it is that Eric might win. Oh, Eric. It's so sad. Multiple numbers, Eric. Multiple numbers. Okay. It's so sad. I'm sorry. The wheel is biased in some way. I don't know. I'm going to need to redo the wheel to make it a white chocolate lover. And let's see here. Who else? It was Chocolate Twist Yoga. I don't even understand. Wheel of Wonder, spin, spin, spin. Tell us what it is that Callie might win. Your luck then ran out, sister. Your luck then ran out. It's just so sad. It's so sad. Just wave your hand. Just wave your hand. Because that's how it rolls on the Wheel of Wonder. So that's how the Wheel of Wonder would be played if we were going to do it. And so I'll pick those numbers in advance. And that way, you know, y'all have some time to go through and pick numbers and you have multiple opportunities. You can't cheat. You shouldn't cheat. All right. What happened to honesty? What happened to truth? All right. So it happens every time. People cheat on the Wheel of Wonder. Okay. The world's greatest game show that you've never heard of. People cheat on the Wheel of Wonder. But, you know, I'm forgiving. And I'll ask and I'm like, okay, this person got 2 numbers. Pick one. And then they'll pick. And then, so we'll go based on that. So, a lot of fun, a lot of good stuff. So, now y'all see the foolishness that just from one round of the Wheel of Wonder. So, we may have 4 or 5 rounds on that in between answering questions and stuff. Just, oh my goodness. It is a hoot and a riot. Saying, let's see here. Does it have to be unique? I'm going to have to catch up because all the numbers that was flowing. Y'all, listen, Miss Eileen should have been picked because she's the only person I see pick one time. James picked one time. What's up, James? Good to see you. Goodness me. All right, so let me scroll back up because I was on Eric's question before all the nonsense started. So saying you are addicted to white chocolate. Good to know. That's all. To bribe you, no problem. I'm living in the land of chocolate. You know, it don't take much. People will say everyone has their price. Mine is books, cameras, and white chocolate. It's very easy, you know, or send some stuff, you know. You can send some electronics. Like, hey, will you do a review? Send it. Shoot, let's go. We'll send you a t-shirt. Shoot. Guido, good to see you. Saying much respect. How much... or how was the M50 OBS set up? I don't have no idea. I don't touch OBS with a 10-foot pole. So I could not tell you how to set up the M50 using OBS using USB, unfortunately and fortunately. So I'm not sure on that. You can check out probably the best OBS tutorials I would recommend would come from what is his name? He goes by the Stream Doctor. Let's see. EposVox. OBS. He has whole master classes. So this is EposVox here. And OBS Studios, he uses it with his cameras and stuff like that. So the camera may be different, but, you know, that's one person if you want to go through OBS stuff that I would recommend. I am still waiting for, let's do it, Dr. ELO. All right, or Dr. ELO. Saying, fam, the like button mashing is important to the YouTube algorithms. Whatever. All I know is a couple words from Shadas. That's it, as far as the Rastafarian's language. So how many lives have you done? And when do you think you started to feel comfortable? That's a very good question. I don't know because there have been a lot of videos that I've gotten rid of or deleted and stuff. And my live streams actually started on Facebook, on my Facebook page versus on here first. So I did a lot of live streams over there. Let me check the date and just see. So April 17th, 2017 is one that was shared. So let's go over to the Tubes U. And so this is one that was shared on April 17th, which would have been not that far off, I guess, from when I did this on Facebook. And then, so you're looking at least back here until 2017 or something like that. So this one would have been from back in the day. Let's see. Let's check the video out. Because I have to see what's what with it. I think I was using my Logitech C920. What is Yep. Up? Logitech C920, Canon T5i in the back. Startup entrepreneurs. This is your host. Ooh, the audio's jumping. I don't even know why. Diana Gladney, help you transition your passion into the business that you love. And yes, this is a late night stream. Yep. So that would have been like one of the first ones that are still on the channel. But I think that's pretty much right when I got started for real and taking YouTube seriously, because I got the camera back. That's the back there in the background. One of those was my mama's camera, so one of that is the SL1, and I think this one is hers, and that one's mine maybe. But that would have been back in. So this is pretty accurate. So, but even still, it's not horrible. Let's go into it. Literally just started like today, this year, this week, or whatever the case may be, even the end of last year. So it's like my whole thing was, it may seem, I guess, like I wasn't uncomfortable. I would sweat profusely because of the nervousness. And so when it comes to like those old live streams and stuff like that, still, even to this day, 37 views or whatever, please don't go watch it. Let it stay in the past. All right. So how long did it take me to get comfortable? I just pretended to be until I actually was, meaning I pretended to already feel like this today. Back then, like, what am I imagining? Put that at the forefront of my mind and just deliver as if it's a stream like this and there's nobody live, you know? So that's just like Logitech C920 webcam, straight to YouTube, and all right, well, let's go. And so I would keep like a picture underneath the camera on the wall or something. So I'm imagining like my mom or my business coach, so I'm looking at their picture, getting familiar. So I would talk to that one person, and then eventually just would, you know, again, find a name, find a character that is your ideal person. So your ideal person would be Joe. Joe has a wife, or he's engaged. They got 2 kids. They live in New Jersey. He makes $70,000 a year. I don't know if that's a lot of money up there or not. And he's trying to do something with whatever. So if Joe is your avatar, Joe is your ideal viewer, he's your ideal customer, Joe is the only person I'm talking to on that live stream. So even like when there's nobody there, I'm talking to Joe, you know, and I'm like, you know what? And so not just saying the name, obviously, but I'm talking to Joe. Like if you're working your job and you're finding that it's whatever and blah, 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 then I would just go there. So I can't even say the when, because again, it's one of those things, like I was saying earlier, taking the little bit of faith that you have and putting that to work for you versus trying to wait for, you know, whatever. And that helped when it was a live stream. It might have been one of these earlier ones where one person came on live and they were like, oh, is that your Canon T5i? And I'm like, no, that's my Logitech web camera. And then like we go back to this, like you can see. So again, this is just using straight out of YouTube, and they would put that Google watermark up there. Oh, we don't need all of that in our lives. Let's back it up. So, or whenever that you are, and it's hard when you work a job and you have a business and you want to do this. Like, so yeah, I just would pretend whoever, I can't even remember the name for who was the avatar person name that I came up with or whatever. But I just had that person in my mind, and I would just talk to that one person when I'm doing a live stream or whatever. So for me, being introverted, it would be easy for me to talk to one person versus imagining that there's a million people that might potentially see and nobody. Again, 4 years later, it's 37 views on that video from 2017. So we get all in our head about the live stream. It's like, man, it could be like, yeah, good luck with it going viral. Like, so I just would say, I don't know when it developed or when I got comfortable, but I was already in some level of comfort because I was just imagining talking to one person, and I would just talk to that one person like I knew them for the last 3 years, you know, so that kind of a thing. Let me jump down to catch up in comments. saying no for your commercial break. Oh yeah, I probably should create a video for that. That'd be dope. But yeah, I don't know how many lives I've actually done on here. That's a good question. It's a good question. I don't know what to tell you. So this is funny. So this is the live page. And so this is the oldest video, April 17th, 2017. And then you scroll down and it says this is one of 30 out of 276 live streams. So that many. That's funny. And so you can see these live streams and tests and stuff that I did that are unlisted. So like I said, it's a lot of stuff that's not on the channel. So those aren't public. Some of these older ones are. Logitech C920 test with StreamYard. Testing 2 Canon M50s. It would be just 276 live streams. Or 218. Where I get that number from. But somewhere there about 200 and something. So, you know, like I said, you go back to those ones from earlier on, you know, they eventually would get there. But this is where the theories around certain conversations and stuff started to happen. So let's go back to the older ones and like let's check the numbers. So like this one, I did a website masterclass, which was a paid something. So I was like, at that point, it's like learning affiliate stuff. Okay, anybody buys through my affiliate link, you send confirmation via email, we'll do whatever. 4 people did that, made a couple $100 for that particular thing. And I was like, that was a private masterclass, website masterclass around setting up, I think, a WordPress website or something like that. So those were attached to something paid when I hit 100 subscribers on YouTube back in July of 2017. Again, so 34, whatever, 28. And then it's like I started to understand more around creating topics of what people want versus just creating stuff around what they don't want. And so like you see the first one that really popped off was when the EOS R got leaked and everybody else doing videos. And I'm like, I want to do one too. I want to talk about rumors. Ain't nobody else been watching about nothing else. It's like, why not? You know? And so I'm like, oh, I get it. I'm like, I get it now. And so again, when it came out again, the 372 right here, I'm like, okay. I was like, I'm starting to understand. Friday Lives started back in 2018 and just trying to get used to it. So when nobody was really showing up, and you got to think that's mostly like replay views and stuff like that. Again, the Friday Live, November 2018, starting to create live streams and find a vibe and stuff like that when nobody was watching. So as many people that's online right now, which is like 27, is as many as some of those videos had. And like, you know, so it wasn't like a bunch of people watching on the replay. It was nobody checking. You know, nobody checking for the Friday Lives back then, but I didn't care. I was doing it anyway. So if one person showed up, me and that person vibed until we got tired. Or it's like until the conversation was over. It's like, all right, it's been an hour or it's been 30 minutes or whatever. So just been growing that muscle for a long time. So over 200 live streams, which I never checked the number. So it's interesting that you asked. So yeah, it's dope. But again, you know, how to record video on the M50 with the Blue Yeti? It won't be a live stream. Just want to do YouTube videos. So your Blue Yeti is going to be a USB microphone that you plug into your computer. Your M50 should be a camera if you're live streaming with it that you use in live, like you're connecting it with a live streaming setup using Ecamm Live or using the Canon webcam utility software that you're still going to connect your camera to your computer via USB. And you're going to not live stream, but you have a live stream type setup. Only thing is you're recording it only. So you're not sending audio into the camera from the Blue Yeti. You're just recording that, having the two connect onto the computer, and you're recording using that way. So that is the way that would roll. Saying Diana, you missed the Glad Gang T-shirt product announcement. So, yeah, whole hour and a half later. So yeah, we'll have the Glad Gang T-shirt. But the Learn and Do t-shirt, courtesy of Andrew and Sylvia, that are a part of, well, not even a part of, they have this brilliant brand called Press and Sew. And I'm just so excited for what they did. So I was on a live stream, and this was something that Felicia came up with, that you guys will see her in the chat consistently. And she said, this is something that I said on the live stream that really impacted her, was learn and do. And so my quote wind up coming on the shirt courtesy of them. And so when you go to their website, Press and Sew Learn and Do is an official shirt now. So this ain't just something I have. It's something that you can get as well. And the shirt sizes go all the way up to 4X. And this shirt is thebomb.com. So I definitely want y'all to check that out. Furthermore, it's like, so if you're participating in Vlogmas, you're in the LGL fam, and you're in the Entree Woman TV fam, we have the Vlogmas shirts. And I got my stuff that came in yesterday. And so we got the doc edition, that the funds and the proceeds go towards supporting finding a cure for the Alzheimer's disease. And so this is a bomb.com shirt. So Doc Rock, that's why you see his vibe being purple. And a lot of that because that's something that has been a challenge in his family. And so, just like the support and love is there, and you got all these different types of shirts. Furthermore, mine came in yesterday. And so not only did I get the Learn and Do, but I got that red new. And so like the amount of detail and effort that they put into these shirts are amazing. And the black Vlogmas edition shirt with the gold print, because it also comes in like gold and white. So like it's got a little play button there. You got headphones with the aperture blades around here and a play button, like detail off the wazoo. Packaging was dope. In addition to a surprise, y'all know it's the mask season, so we even got Vlogmas masks out here in these streets. Y'all don't know nothing about this. Y'all not ready. Y'all are not ready. So I'm dropping the links in the chat for y'all to get the Vlogmas shirts, for you to check out the Learn and Do shirts, if y'all want to check those out, and just support a small business and support some Entree fam, and Let's Get Live fam community members that have just all the way just shown so much love, and just, oh my goodness. I don't know. I'm speechless to an extent, really, with the love in the communities and the support. It's just, I've been absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely freaking phenomenal. All right, so let's see here. Let me scroll and catch back up. saying, damn, I lost. Yes. Saying, how do you do this Wheel of Wonder? Self-coded. So it's not anything I create from scratch, like on my own. It is a little online tool that's, you can get it for free, or you can get it whatever, called wheeldecide.com. And so you can add in different things that you want. So if I want to put in here, let's say a free Learn and Do t-shirt, that could be the new offer, or free shipping on the merch, a YouTube channel review, a coffee record repeat shirt that I have on here. We can put a free Doc Rock edition shirt, put that stuff on there, and then you pick the colors that you want or whatever in the advanced choices, like the beach ball, how many seconds should it spin, and you click apply. The wheel changes, and there is your wheel. And so now you can create this for whatever. I got this from TubeBuddy's 24-hour stream that they did when the coronavirus kicked off. They pulled creators from all over the world to do a live stream for over 24 hours. And, so I just came up with the name. I'm like, it's going to be the Wheel of Freaking Wonder. And I found again, it's just an idea that I had. And you can embed that in your website. So that's a hidden page on my website. I went to Canva, and I was just like, I need this to be all kinds of me, the corny versions of me in the Wheel of Wonder. Because again, it's just like taking an idea, but making it my own. So the Wheel of Wonder. Got my little storm lightning bolt there. And it's like Entree Women TV presents The Wheel of Wonder. So when we come over here, or before, I play my corny music that is from Epidemic Sound, that I'm just like, it's got to be like some Vanna White type stuff. But super corny and just like everything of what I'm imagining. So it's just a hidden page, kind of like on my website or whatever, so that, I can do that. So you can embed those into your website, just the HTML, whatever, coding. And there you are. You have your own Wheel of Wonders of sorts. So I just call it the Wheel of Wonder because I was like, this is what I feel in my heart. It should be called. Saying, chocolate twist. Yeah. So you lost. All right. Saying in German, bust means a winner. Right, Eric? Good thing in America, it means you lost. Saying, let's play again. Saying, I won with you before. That's right. So yeah, some people have won like merch. Saying, what happened to the rules? The rules apparently go out the building. I don't know what happens to the rules, and it's just, I don't know. It was one thing in elementary school when they would take it like everybody gets a participation award. Oh, the Wheel of Wonder takes it to a whole nother level. It's just gonna let people cheat, and it's just like, well, I guess you won. Let's go over to the wheel. Saying, I am honest. I appreciate that, Sylvia, because listen, apparently all these good creator folks in the chat right now cheat like nobody's business. All right. Saying OBS is the devil. I will have no parts of it. Saying books, camera, and white chocolate. That's what my friend made the, it's like books, videos, and coffee. So one of my best friends made a shirt for me for my birthday, and that's why that's why it said that, because honestly coffee kind of goes up there. So coffee supersedes white chocolate, surprisingly enough, because I eat white chocolate not as much as you would think. So where is, and y'all have seen that shirt before, but on my Instagram I posted about it. So this is it. Checklist: books, coffee, videos, right? So she had made that for me for my birthday, and so that's where that shirt came from. Saying, oh, I purchased two, buddy, I'm in it now. Okay, I am just excited. That's awesome. Glad that you have it. Say, someday when you're older, you could get hit by a boulder. Okay. Okay, we hope not, but I guess that's a quote somewhere. And that's about how I go being in front of the camera, that one person that I talk to. Yep, you just have to talk to one person and, just go for it. Saying, I won't wear it unless it said books, camera. See, that shirt never will be made. Sylvia, do not entertain that thought. She need not a shirt. Do you think doing lives is better than putting videos together? No, I think they are two totally different beasts, but actively need to be fed. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't do this with me in a recorded video. You can hear you, and I'll cut jokes, and there's plenty of stuff I'll cut out of a video that in the moment I find funny, but then I'm like, it's not worth it. Because people that are searching for things, looking for it, click on your video. You've done so many things right to get them to that point. They're not for their time wasted, or they're going to tell you talk too much, get to the point. I wasted 2 minutes, blah, blah, blah. That's why most of the videos just get straight to the point. Whereas because you're coming there for the title of the video. Something like this, you're either coming because you have a specific question in mind, or you're coming to hang out and be part of the Entree fam, because now a culture and a community has been developed and is currently and constantly growing stronger. And so with that being the case, it's like, okay, well, I'm coming to hang out, or this is what I do. I've had several messages from people like, hey, we're going live today because I make time for this every week. I want to, like they look forward to it. And so that comes after the fact but people aren't just waiting for the upload because they don't know what you're going to upload. Whereas we 2 hours into this thing now, almost just hanging out, answering questions, laughing while people cheat for the Wheel of Wonder. Saying super helpful. Thanks. My pleasure. Global Good Church saying, hey, are you on Clubhouse? No, I'm not. I think I haven't looked into it. Just found out about that, I think, last week. And I see that a lot of people are on there in different respects or whatever. So I guess it depends on either getting an invite or just having to get the app or whatever. But I'm sure I'll make my way there. Saying for the black and gold and black and white, the coupon is still Vlogmas 2020. So there you go. Coupon code Vlogmas 2020 for the black and gold, and the black and white shirt for the Vlogmas ones. And we'll pull that back up over. Ciao. So these ones, so you got one free when you uploaded your first shirt, not first shirt, but your first video for Vlogmas. So we had that going on in the group. So if y'all not in the groups, you are missing out. But they said that you can still get the coupon code for Vlogmas 2020 if you want to pick up one of these. So Entree Fam, you have been educated. You have been informed. And the shirts feel good. You know, some shirts are kind of crunchy or whatever. These shirts feel really good. So I'm not just saying it, you know. So saying, please, the link for the store again. Those are in the chat. It's right below your comment. So you got it. All right. Saying, I need that mask. I'm telling you, I took this out yesterday, and I'm just like, nobody else has these. Like, here's the thing. I promise you, next year in 2021, it's going to be all kind of groups and people on YouTube and stuff. Like, we're doing Vlogmas as a community. Where are they going to get it from? Us. Me and Doc's channel, right? And the communities that we're building, and, you know, brother and sister communities growing this whole thing about. And then here's the let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all why you need to get doing whatever it is that you do, and why I encourage people so much. We're going to go over to LinkedIn, which I have not been treating well as I should. And I have my friend Alex Miner, who is a filmmaker, a father, and just an overall amazing person, and just a dope video creator. And Alex had a pretty, 2020 kind of experience. And to that, I will say that, I'm saying, like a lot of us, it hit us in different ways. And I saw him kind of like, dang, man, it's like, I'm trying to do, and I'm like, yo, where are the videos at or whatever? 'Cause I'm subscribed to his channel. Okay. Well, Alex, I hit Alex up like, hey man, I know what's going on, or what happened this year is whatever, but look, here's how you can choose to close 2020 out. Either we'll let 2020 beat us, or like you can punch it straight in the jaw. And apparently in my soul and spirit, I'm a violent person when it comes to fears and stuff. Like, punch that sucker in the jaw with everything you got. And I'm like, man, you need to get in on this Vlogmas stuff, because here's the thing. You can deal with your fears by yourself, or you can have a community of people rallying around you, encouraging you, saying, hey, maybe change the audio here or there, or hey, you could do this for whatever, and make you a better creator. And we could take these next 31 days and smash far ahead, like 6 months in advance, to where people are going to start for their goals for January 1. And I'm like, you need to get in on this, like on some for real stuff. And that was all, what I'm saying, like in a short message, I'm like, you need to get in. Alex hops in like, all right, whatever, I'm in it. Alex goes and posts on LinkedIn, which he has been doing. So his company's called I Am Media. Oh, Alex goes over here to LinkedIn and said, hey, my friend Diana Gladney is getting everybody in LinkedIn. Hashtag LinkedIn Vlogmas. LinkedIn Vlogmas is now a trending thing, because Alex took the idea and the things like of the community culture and centric Vlogmas idea that we were doing, and threw this over here on LinkedIn and said, yo, let's do LinkedIn Vlogmas. Like, straight up. Now Alex got a whole community of entrepreneurs doing what? Posting videos for Vlogmas, right? Whereas before, his post a week prior to was like, video is dead on LinkedIn was the title or whatever. You have to see more to talk about it. But then he's like, have you ever heard of Vlogmas? 23 comments, a bunch of people applauding like, yo, I'm doing Vlogmas. I'm doing LinkedIn Vlogmas. This is going to change the game. like on some for real stuff. Because what happens when you have a group of people where two or more stand in agreement? God said, there he be in the midst. Okay, I seen way more than two people. Shoot. And furthermore, even if you're not a believer, that's fine. What happens when this is why events work well, because energy is a real thing. Community is a real thing. Either you're going to have a community mindset of a negative, or you're going to have a community mindset of a positive. And that's why live events work well when the culture is set to be in the positive. So now we're doing this digitally, and this is now a thing on LinkedIn and LinkedIn Vlogmas. Come around next year. I mean, I bet you there's going to be a bunch of big YouTubers, a bunch of big, not YouTubers, but creators on LinkedIn and stuff, and entrepreneurs that are like, hey, let's do Veda, vlog every day in April. Hey, let's do Vlogmas, vlog every day in August. Come Vlogmas, this is going to become a recurring thing, I promise you. I'm saying it now. So, but it's just the idea of, like, the stuff y'all think is not important, ain't nobody going to watch, ain't nobody going to listen. This is why this matters. 200 and something live streams we saw I've done over the last several years, whether people was checking for it or not, you know what I'm saying, becomes the thing, the catalyst of Doc even just coming into the eCamp live stream like, hey, I'm thinking about doing Vlogmas. He had a couple people around. It's about 5 or 6 of them. And then it's just like, no, like everybody needs to do this. Doc inspired me to like, no, let's get everybody doing this. Let's not just have us do it and a couple close friends. Like, we need everybody in on this, on some for real stuff. So y'all hold your horses for that one. I promise you some stuff is going to be coming down the pipeline. Saying, waiting on my Vlogmas shirt. All right, Kathy got that in there in the pipe, saying, man, I should have got to go and wear my Vlogmas shirt yesterday. That's awesome. Super chat. Oh, okay. From Chris, good to see you. Appreciate that. Saying so many wisdom nuggets. #gratitude. Well, thank you so much, Chris. I so appreciate that. Man, saying because the fam is amazing and so are you. Well, thank you so much, Kathy. I appreciate that. Saying there is no community like this. Boom. Absolutely. Papa saying when I was a little kid, I thought horseradish was made from real. Okay. Well, we all should be glad that it's not. Saying anyone on the fence about Vlogmas, I urge you to get off the fence and dive in. Let's do some community praise real quick for Kathy, who is doing, Life of APing Dangerously. I think that's it. So, year of APing Dangerously, not life. So this is Kathy, who y'all have seen as the dark chocolate loving problem causer in the community when it comes to statements around chocolate, but has a podcast called The Year of APing Dangerously, which I think she was like a 2019 South Carolina's, got voted like the best assistant principal or whatever, got to be principal this year. How many times have we all have had a supervisor or somebody in leadership roles, especially like in school, and they sucked like all hell? Well, Kathy is doing Vlogmas. And here's the thing. Look, oh, goodness me. Let's just go back 6 months ago. Kind of loud, but we're going to roll with it. And okay, that's all it was. I didn't see it was 3 seconds. Is this promo trailer? All right, so let's take a look. Give it a like. Is this it? Okay, so let's go skip ahead a little bit.
Hi, I'm Kathy Walker, the 2019 North Carolina Assistant Principal of the Year and the host of the podcast Year of APing Dangerously. Excited.
Okay, so let's pause for the cause. The highest video quality resolution is 480p, so that good old Canon webcam beta quality. And
hi, I'm Kathy Walker.
Not bad, but And so like we notice differences in the audio and stuff like that. Let's go to one day ago. That was 6 months ago. Kathy jumped in and got in on Vlogmas. And matter of fact, I'm gonna throw Kathy's channel in here. Copy link address. That should do the channel. Yeah. So Kathy, throwing the channel in there, so y'all go subscribe to Kathy. Let's take a look. So the intro already for the audio is far better.
Hey, in this
Intro,
video, which is day 10 of Vlogmas.
when I tell you, as Doc would say, the glow up is real, 720p, so still HD, but quality,
Check out this next day in the year of
amazing.
Aging Dangerously and see exactly what I'm talking about.
Transition into the screen.
It's Principal Walker here. I am the 2019
Music under it's so many improvements that have just happened over. This is what, day 11? I ain't even posted my day 11 yet. Today's been a day of days, but I'll get it done. But Kathy's been posting regularly for Vlogmas. I think hers come out like at 6 o'clock my time, faithfully every day. And so you notice, what do we have? Camera on point, Lil Bokeh in on point. Like as Doc would say, the glow up is real. Just amazing, incredible looking video, high quality. In addition to some of the other stuff that she's doing, like telling stories on here. I'm such a fan and super proud of the work that she's doing.
Teachers.
Okay, another amazing point. Speaking to the audience, educational leaders. Addressing them, same way I say, what's up, entrepreneurs. It's intentional. So there's so many things done right in these videos or whatever, bringing you into, again, that whole documental experience around what you're doing as a professional and just sharing a story. I watched this whole vlog already.
You want to doubt this because
Music on point.
COVID-19 and the pandemic, it seems.
So, I mean, just watch some of those videos. You have teachers, educators, people that are thinking about getting an education space. Have them watch those videos. It's getting darker. It's like, so Kathy, actually, I'll cut this up in Ecamm. You got Kathy that's doing videos around being a first-time year principal, leadership qualities and growing and stuff like that. Here are the things that I'm learning, or here's the things that I'm teaching my staff and my community about this and blah, blah, blah. And how many times have we had leaders and educators in the space that like, who are you being mentored by, or who do you need to be mentored by because they suck? However, you know, when you look at her videos and the work that she's doing, freaking fantastic job. Seriously. From music and learning to score those so that it's writing underneath her voice instead of too loud. Again, even using her phone and stuff like that, getting out vlogging, bringing you into her office. Like, here's a story about a student that brought me a lunch because of whatever and this, not a what. You know, just like speaking to educational leaders. What do people need right now? So I am so on fire for what is going to happen with your channel, Kathy. I'm not even joking. So just keep at it. And like, that's like just one of the many stories of what Vlogmas is doing for people. And that's why I say subscribership or view count or something can be the fallacy. Because if you get a superintendent or a director of a school district in another state that saw it, you only need one qualified viewer to completely change your professional life with your video content. It's not about how many views, it's the quality of the view. So I'm just so pumped and excited for what you're doing. I'm really like, kudos to you. All right. So freaking Bees Knees Hall of Fame. So far, the award goes to Kathy out here in these streets. Just wow. So but yeah, so like she said, anyone on the fence about doing Vlogmas, I urge you to get off the fence and dive in. Saying that is dope, then preach it. Vloguary and Vlogtober. Yeah, I don't know who's gonna do it in January, but I will support you nonetheless. Saying such a cool opener. Yeah, and it's like all her stuff is just like education thing. Lola saying she subscribed already. It's just amazing. Saying yes to the improvements seen through Vlogmas. Impressive. Yeah, everybody has done better. like everybody. Saying the new nurse nerd saying a new sub now. Saying would love if you can review our married couple vlog videos. Sure, absolutely. So, but yeah, it's like, it's even if clarity is all you take away from Vlogmas, you're gonna get so much more value for the next 365 solely by doing. Solely by doing. So we got the nurse and the nerd channel here. So first win is going to be that you came up in search. So let me kill the music. So if you have any music in your videos, then we can just listen to that. But let us go over here and click on the channel. So first things first, when it comes to doing a channel review, we always want to, I want to change that. Like, what is it about? Is this about astrophotography? Is this like, and then the who. We see one is a nurse and one is a nerd. That's fine. But what are your names? So, and then what are you talking about or whatever? Our life as a millennial couple, something about the workforce stuff, like, and I get it's like a vlog or whatever, that's like our life on film, like what is it about? And then like, again, especially when you're having a channel name, like who are you and who are the two people kind of a thing. And then like, so we get it's the nurse and the nerd, but again, like I always say like up here, it's like, who are you helping with what specifically, or what's the common, what is the conversation already happening in people's minds that would, like, you could put up here that speaks to that? It's like helping you be better newlyweds, helping you communicate, like what is that thing? So if we go down here, you do have some things up here for your playlist, which is always good. And that is going to be your popular uploads and stuff. And so you got some things. However, if this is about you, first of all, I would change this so that that's not all of the hyperlink stuff. You can use Bitly, you can use Rebrandly or something like that, but it really should just show the logo for that. The other thing is like intro or welcome video or something like that, because that's going to take up this much of the screen and have text over here just to share more about who you are and what you have to offer as your channel and things like that. So I would say that. And then two, we don't need to check out these ladies' channels, even though it may be friends or whomever or people that you like. We ain't come here for them. We came for you. So like, I get it. And they already have tabs and stuff like that for that. So we don't need to know about them. We need to be seeing your videos. And y'all got 1,000 subscribers with the videos that you have. Look like you have been posting more lately. So it looks like y'all just getting back in the saddle of things here. So let's go from a week ago. So y'all doing Vlogmas?
Some sort of attire.
Welcome to the Nurse and Nerd, where the nerd will continue to complain about something that don't matter, and the nurse will always make sure that you are
and a nurse will always be crazy, making us look a mess on camera.
Today is...
Oh, you got your Jamaican boy. I understand now. Okay, so personality is good. Music's kind of loud. So even if you just kind of setting the tone for it in the same way, I'm gonna get off of that screenshot, but that's a that's a funny one. But yeah, so even if that's the case, when it comes to that, just be mindful of the audio when you first bring in. So I get it, a vlog is always just like, it's you. You can't, there's no real wrong way to express you or to show that or your life. The only thing is, I don't know, is this just like the daily life of, is this your life in dealing with your work? And like, if he's into nerdy stuff, is he into coding? Is he into gaming? If you're a nurse, what is it like? Are we going to see stuff about you on your way to work at the hospital or on your way to work at a clinic? So very different things about different stuff or your life. And so like a vlog is kind of hard to talk about in that way. But one way to get into that, especially if y'all are getting into Vlogmas, probably a little bit harder as you get into Vlogmas, but you want to work on your thumbnails to really get into the element of the curiosity of the day or the curiosity of the thing. Say dating coach said you ugly. So instead of it being more like statement wise, so let's say you get a cutout of y'all specifically, shrink you down a little bit and move you over to where it says in the text, did he just call me ugly? We don't know that that's the therapist or that's the whomever. But at the same time, it could be that curiosity of somebody called somebody ugly. We assume it's him. Are we going to be proven right? So it's no different than when we watch other similar vlogs type content like Big Brother or Real World Road Rules type of a deal. Those were vlogs. Those, most people don't realize it, but those were vlog shows. And so look to those for that type of a thing. And if we are going to consider like throwing away the tree, it's just like, we need to get rid of this. And it could be a beautiful tree and everybody like, why? You know, like, or we are the Huxtables. So like really think about when it comes to those kinds of things, like it's certain channels when I'm trying to think who does a good job with a vlog thumbnail, or whatever. But let me go to family vlog, Schmovies, I think it is. They kind of do a good job. And so you can keep it kind of like this, but I think they changed the name to Reclaiming Motherhood or something. But I think they used to do thumbnails. I think they did. So they don't do thumbnails like they used to anymore. But sometimes depending on and this is more again around their children and their family, but sometimes adding more color and more pop when it comes to stuff like that. Again, just cutting the out of you, coloring the background, and then you got the text over that it says did whatever, say, you know, that kind of a thing. Stuff like that just kind of speaks to having more fun. Let me see if I can find what I'm looking for. Family vlog. So this is an element of something, again, just kind of like adding some text around it. It can still be a vlog, little emoji stuff kind of around it, things like that. So again, this adds to the curiosity of the thing. Again, her still the whatever frame, her cutout, she loves it. What did she get? We don't know. It doesn't say Build-A-Bear. It doesn't say whatever. So, you know, things like that to just kind of speak to the family vlog type stuff of it being a whatever. I can't think of a family vlog specifically right now that comes to mind that kind of does a good job around that. I'm trying to think because I don't watch a lot of family vloggers anymore, but the ones who I've seen do best, though, did the best job with that in around just speaking to the curiosity, the stuff like that, so that you get more clicks and subscribers around those things. But again, it's just like, who are you connecting with when it comes to stuff like that? So otherwise, good job with your channel. Just go ahead and make those changes to your homepage, make those changes to your thumbnails, and start creating playlists around. If Vlogmas is a playlist, and it should be, let's go back. So if Vlogmas is a playlist or whatever, okay, that's what you are, how you're going to build out your channel. Okay, we got it and favorites, not acceptable.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to use OBS to live stream to YouTube. And
all right, so one, that shouldn't be a public playlist. It should be a private playlist because that's only for you, right? So your favorites and stuff, your favorites of whatever is again, that's a personal or a private playlist, so that shouldn't be public on your channel. I have similar stuff that I'm interested in. If it's about building a PC, for example, if that was something, then it's a playlist of videos, but it's private. Y'all not going to see that when you go to it. Whereas when you are going to your videos, again, fix the thumbnails, but your playlist should be Vlogmas 2020, buying a new home, holidays 20, like whatever. So start to build it out around the what are we talking about kind of a thing. Christmas at the beach or whatever, you know, all that stuff is fine. But again, just kind of get some like Nitro video card unboxing surprise. It's fine. Again, I get some of those videos are kind of old, but let's start to get things on there like a welcome. Hey, welcome to our channel. I'm the nurse. He's the nerd. Our name is whatever. We do videos about our daily life, moving to whatever new city, potentially building a family, or living life as a, couple and just having a fun time, whatever it is. And so then your other playlists start to go down here so people can go and see those different seasons of life, if you will, and start to check back, and then create a playlist that is your chronological vlog. Because when somebody really wants to connect with you and go deeper with you, let them be able to start from vlog 1 all the way up to vlog of present day if they want to binge a playlist. That's how you get bingeable stuff, especially when you're doing kind of like daily vlogging to an extent. It gets to be bingeable because they want to see the next after the next. So that's what I would say for that. But just keep working at it. Good job. So you are going to do well. Just like brand that nurse and the nerd kind of a thing. Play off of that a lot because there's a lot that you can do there, even to the extent of getting caricatures of yourselves. And like really play into it. Like, and if he is doing whatever, have episodes that feature, why am I at GameStop again? Because, if you into gaming or something, you're there. Or E3 comes around, or, all these different conferences and things like that. For us nerds, we all for it. And you're like, I don't want to go to Vegas. I don't want to go to E3. I don't want to go to California for and then in his respect, or like episodes that feature you, think of yourselves and your channel like a show. Think of yourself like a show. If we was going to put you on MTV and the show is called The Nurse and the Nerd, now it should click. So what are your episodes, seasons? Like think and still capture your daily vlogs and stuff and how you want to do it, but just really think of it like that. Saying we will all do better when we all do better. Doc said that. Saying, is that a docism? It definitely is. Saying, OMG, thank you so much for this breakdown. I'm writing all this down. You're most welcome. Say, I had not worked on any content and had single digit subs from December 1st. I'm interested in seeing how much growth I make, not just in subs, but in editing. Yeah, and your editing, your video production quality, all that stuff has gone up consistently. Devin saying, I had a client. I just logged back in and I don't know what's going on. I saw your numbers being entered, so I put mine in too. That was we did the Wheel of Wonder. And so saying golden content here, fam. Saying fire. Appreciate that. Saying titles, definitely when I struggle on both my channels, I need master them, explode on YouTube, but working to improve each video. So here's the thing. Titles are very easy because if you always lead with having entering and becoming a part of the conversation that is happening in people's mind. I can tell you right now in America, like all of y'all will understand when I start typing this in. And this is how people go into search. Let me break this down for you. When somebody's getting ready to go into search, they got an idea or a problem or something. And then they take that idea and they go over here. Watch this. Watch what I type. Is the coronavirus. Period. I don't even have to finish it. Let's look at what people are starting this phrase off. They're thinking, they're seeing the news, they're whatever. And they go over here to type, is the coronavirus. Before they finish, YouTube is coming over here to say, oh, do you want to know, like other people want to know, like, is the coronavirus over? I'm going to have to screen capture that or something. But it's like, oh, is the coronavirus over? Is the coronavirus vaccine safe? Is coronavirus airborne? Blah, blah, blah. And oh, is the test painful? Is it mutating? Like, these are conversations that are happening in people's minds right now. So that's that. That's a very controversial topic or whatever. But people have those ideas based on their experiences, conversations, and stuff they're having in their real life on any topic. And so you find and you start with it like in the same way that they would is how you go over here. Whereas us being the experts, most of us say like the coronavirus is this versus starting the title based off of the conversation and the way that this person is analyzing this content and looking for an answer. They're saying is the coronavirus, and you're saying you shouldn't worry about this because, or you should be worried because they not searching that. So when it comes to, let's say, the best makeup for Black women or whatever, okay, that's one thing. But let's also stop back and look at what, if I'm in the makeup space, maybe that's a video I can look at, but let me also see the best makeup products, brushes, tutorial ever, best makeup remover, the best makeup products 2020. Because we ain't trying to try no stuff from 1970s that had cocaine in it. We want to try the stuff that ain't been tested on animals and gone berserk. Like, the best makeup artists in the world, the best makeup subscription boxes. So these are now not only video ideas, but these are video topics that people are searching for in real time. So any topic that you have, you start it, but let YouTube finish it, because most of y'all come up with the idea and you think it's grand and nobody's searching for it in that way. Therefore, they'll never find it. Whereas if I'm trying to look at how to create before I finish it, let me even see if some of these search results in this YouTube prediction is showing me what conversations are happening in people's mind. Where can I meet them at? How to create a YouTube channel. I could talk about that. How to create widgets in iOS 14. I could talk about that. How to create a website or an app or Google Meet. How to create a Zoom meeting. Matter of fact, how to create a Zoom meeting with a specific camera that I know people are searching for. Or something like that. So how to create a logo if I'm into design. And so you can start seeing like, okay, like, so these are okay. So let me hit the space bar if I'm into design work and say how to create a logo for your business. Oh, so it's not what I want to say. It's what they are searching for. So how to create a logo for your YouTube channel. These are very specific and niche down topics. So most people try to niche down on their own. You need to be niching down based on what people are searching for and looking for. And if you start typing in a topic, let YouTube finish it. And then let that curate the idea for how you're going to create video content, and not just videos, but playlists, and not just playlists, but maybe whole series around things and all kinds of stuff. This is the kind of stuff I teach my clients all the time based on their niche. I don't have to know what kind of niche that you're in. And sometimes I'll get clients that are into some pretty gnarly things. And I'm like, okay, I don't need to know. We only need to know how people are searching for the content. And I'm like, tell me something you hear from your audience all the time. Tell me something that you see in the comments all the time. So if I go to how to create a logo for your business and hit search on that, now I can see those people that are coming up for this. Not only that, I'm getting 320 searches per month based on that. Excuse me. And then, I can start to see what thumbnails even, like, start to put yourself in that mind of the person on the keyboard. What are the thumbnails that look appealing? What would you click on? And so when you create a thumbnail that's just you standing there smiling with some text that nobody can read, now you know why you didn't get clicked on. Because comparative to these other people, it wasn't compelling enough. This is busy, even though it's got 63,000 views, it's busy. Whereas that is very plain English, and he got 3.8 million. I get whatever website and stuff like that or channel. But again, it's things that lend to that. So that's just some of the stuff when it comes to like titles and things like that, specifically. Say, Oman G, thank you so much. These are great changes you pointed out. My pleasure. Glad to be of service. Vivi, good to see you. $4.99 and saying just caught this, excited to catch the replay. I appreciate you so much and all the things that you do, and good to see you in the chat as well as in the community. Saying no one was searching for 5 summer reads for leaders. So, Kathy, let's take a look at your channel and that video. Year of aping dangerously. All right. So let's reverse engineer some stuff here. And I hope everybody else is taking notes in regards to your own channels. Like I can pull up YouTube on your own. So, and start seeing. So let's see. Kathy, did you do the best practices? Timestamps? Yes. Let's see here. 10-minute principle with whatever chess, not checkers by Mark Miller. So let's go to Start With Why by Simon Sinek, because that's well known. So let's go up here to YouTube. So start with Why by Simon. Let me go back. Again, we're going to start it. We're going to let YouTube finish it. Start With Why, audiobook full, TED Talk, summary. So there's an idea, audiobook by Simon Sinek, book review. That could have been the thing. Start With Why, book summary, chapter 1. So I would have taken these things. So let's go to book review. I would have created the video not on 5 books, but 1 book, and lead and do what I call, and I teach in my trainings and what I teach to clients and stuff, which is the lead and seed method, or seed and lead method. It can be either or. So if I'm leading with a specific topic, I want to also seed them for the next thing to come. If I'm telling you about a camera, I'm going to tell you about a lens next. I'm going to seed about the importance of lenses. I'm going to start seeding in that content. Even though you came for the camera, like the most important thing next is the lights. Now, the camera don't matter if nobody can see you. The camera don't matter if nobody can hear you. So I'm leading with the thing that you want, and I'm seeding for the next thing that you should be getting next. So if the thing to lead with at that point is Start With Why book by Simon Sinek, we know we're getting about 50 searches per month on that, just based on that. I don't need that. And then we can start to look at this. So animated book, so that's not bad, but it's also 5 years old, 3 years old, 11 months old, and stuff like that. So I would start going through this kinds of stuff. Start with why. Let's go here.
Hey, what's up? John Sonmez from SimpleProgrammer.com, and I have another...
All right, his muscles on swole, freaking got veins looking at us. But I'm going to go down here to the comments. Saying, man, when do you get time to read all these books? Nice channel, I agree. All right, what do you appreciate about your videos? So, I felt the same way, loved it, whatever. Okay, so not even a whole lot of engagement for real. And I'm not even seeing like where he replied, even though Bulldog Mindset is a good channel. I've seen his stuff before, but Start With Why, find your why, or something like this. So I'm going to go in here to a channel that has more views than me or whatever, because it just shows that it's proven. Saying then, dang, this may be your best one yet, or whatever. COVID brought me here. Read Start With Why. Never really execute in depth. Thank you for the beautiful video. So I would take that into consideration as well. For what she said, because that could be a common pain point for some people. So I'm putting like an asterisk next to that in my memory, empowering us to have to set out. So I would watch this video. It's only 7 minutes or whatever. So praise, and that's great. Somebody watch the video or whatever. I'm just looking for comments like, what are people saying? Where are they at? It's a real life-changing book or whatever. Okay, cool. This is one way. I'm not really seeing a whole lot of engagement on this one. So again, it's like, this is how you start getting into the research phase of a book and stuff like that. So Start With Why is 7.4 million or whatever. So
where do you...
Let's pause. Even though it's old, it's still going to ring true for a lot of people. So this one has more, has about almost 1,300 comments. Said, did anyone else notice at 10:27 when Simon says, haha, the Wright brothers took flight, that a small engine plane could be heard at that exact moment or something? So, okay, fine. Tesla showed me this part of the training. I have a dream, not a plan. That's awesome. 700 people agree with that. So as I'm looking for things that are like, what are people saying? What are they agreeing with or disagreeing with highly, or something like that? Stuff, so again, I might watch this TED Talk or whatever if I'm really trying to craft a video that I really want to rate and talk about it. So that's that one. So I would look through those other 5 books, or something, and things that people care about or what they don't. Let me go back to the video. You're aping dangerously. So let's go back. cause. For the cause, just go down here. Chestnut Checkers. So even if the books themselves, Mindset is a good book by Carol S. Dweck, which I've read. It's one of the first psychology books that I've read. But let's say none of these books are things of what people are searching for. No problem. Let's go back to YouTube. Because all of those deal with leadership. It deals with fears. Deals with mindset. Mindset tips for... Nope, so that's not something really I can say. Let's see, leadership per se. Leadership motivation, leadership TED Talks, trainings, leadership books. Again, summary, leadership books for beginners. I would probably just start there and let's see what happens. So again, like this is how you start. Again, take the idea you started and let YouTube finish it to start really getting an idea for where people are vibing with it or where they are not. Because even, again, you educational leaders or books for teachers. Again, best books for teachers to read. Epic book for teachers. Best books for teachers. So let's go to best books for teachers to read or something. And even when it comes to other stuff, so this one's getting 320 searches a month with. These are other things. So maybe I'm still going to talk about the 5 books. So I'm going to lean into the 1 book if it's being highly sought after, or maybe it's catching trend again. Sometimes books come back around in resurgence. And so I'm adding these to my video ideas list. I'm really taking these ideas and I'm starting to curate them. I'm going to look through some comments. I'm going to start to really analyze what are people saying, what conversations are they having, how can I add value to the existing conversation and the questions that they have that maybe even some of these other videos may have. So you came for the Simon Sinek book, A Start With Why, but I'm going to tell you about Carol S. Dweck that talks about mindset, where either you have an open type of mindset and thought processes, or you have a closed-ended mindset and thought processes where you're not really open to talking or expressing yourself and blah, 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 and all the other stuff she talked about. So I would say that. Titles, thumbnails, content is very important. Having a niche is more important. Folks got to know what you're bringing. YouTube need to know what channel is about to recommend it. Absolutely. It's to the right group of people, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, it's not just opinion, it's fact. You know, it's like y'all not here if I don't talk about the cameras and stuff. If it's just Diana, you don't know who Diana is until I give you a reason to even come here initially. Again, we look back to the history of live streams, the Friday lives, starting it to an extent. There's no reason for you to be here yet, or the content isn't compelling enough yet, so people leave. Or they click on it, they don't like it, something's off, they don't quite understand. They're not willing to burn the calories, mental calories it takes to understand why they don't like it. They're just going to leave. So, understandable. So, grateful. Appreciate you, Elaine. Thank you so much for the super chat. Saying, oh, this is one of them 5-hour joints. No, it's not. We're not doing it. Fine. It's 2 hours. 25 minutes. We'll end the stream in 5 minutes. How about that? Then keep up the good fight. Enjoy the content. Glad that you appreciate it, Larry. I'm glad that you're here. Saying great idea to lead and seed. Absolutely. Saying, oh, this makes so much sense. I need to work on more content. So this is super helpful. Glad to be of service. This is such a clear application of some of the VRA training that reverse engineering and research may be Vlogmas goal for next week. Yeah, it's like sometimes unless you, and I don't think we planned it so that people have enough time to really like pre-prepare 31 days of content, which is why the vlog kit exists to kind of help with that. But it's like, it would be one thing if November 1st or October 1st, I'm like, y'all, we doing Vlogmas and you got 2 months to get ready. It was more or less like I knew I was going to do Vlogmas and the things I wanted to teach. The last minute effect came of bringing no, let's get the community involved in this. So it really wasn't enough time to properly plan and execute and stuff like that. Unfortunately. So, but again, pushing yourself to produce daily will teach you some things. And even if your editing gets on fire right now, when it comes to those pre-prepared, really well-researched videos, and you're using those Video Ranking Academy strategies, because I'm absolutely a student of it and have learned it and stuff like that. And I work with my clients, and again, I'm teaching them a lot of those same principles, especially when it comes to that for their specific niche and whatnot. It's like, okay, but let's also dive deeper, because it's stuff I've learned as well, in addition to things I pulled from other mentors and created my own process around doing stuff that kind of works. Not that doesn't, that's the wrong way to say it, but just like putting your own spin to stuff to kind of, things I've learned as well. So it's just like I don't know. That's why people are like, can you do a course? And it's just like, man, courses are so much work, and maintenance after the fact and community building. It's a lot of work. It's not just like, okay, I made something, go buy it. It's a lot of work that goes into that. Saying, Diane, I do a very popular segment on the Beast Train Mean channel. The name is Fat Logic, but I'm buried by the bigger channels. Any idea how to rank the same content? Fat Logic? Let's see if that comes up. So it's not really trying to rank. So first thing is, you don't come up for that name, first of all, for the channel. So, yeah. So you're not coming up for that. I don't even understand. Like, I guess it's a show or something. I have no idea. So if that's the channel name, Beast Train Mean. Let's try that. I think that's what you said. So that's one thing that's not coming up. Beast Train Mean. Okay. So this is it. So real quick, it's just like, okay, you are coming up in search for that. So that's cool. All right. Let's pause for the cause. Oh,
are you looking for help with health and fitness tips or information? Hi. My name is Lola, and I am the founder of Beast Train Mean.
So let's go back.
Are you looking?
Okay, so even though it's only like a second or two, I would get rid of the transition to yourself, and I would just start, because this video is going to play as soon as I get to the channel. So I would just start with the actual thing, because that's a long 1 to 2 seconds. It don't seem like it's that big of a deal when we put that stuff together, but it really is for the viewer, right? So I would just start with that. And the video's only 53 seconds, so that's fine. And this is why I was saying, like, have a channel trailer of who you are, what you do, and whatever, because all of this stuff that you see me draw out, now you see it filled in. So you got your welcome mat there. So shaping a better you together. I would probably get more clarity around that. And the branding is, I get it, the red and black and the white. But at the same time, I would probably say either for branding purposes and stuff like that, because it takes some time getting into that. Like, we got to get something that is attractive to the intended audience, right? So if we're looking at a fitness something or whatever, say shaping a better you together, I get it, but that's still pretty generic-ish. And so it could be helping new moms lose the first 15 pounds. So, it's like, or, because that's, if you just had a baby, you looking at the weight you put on during your pregnancy. And if I say in the channel header, helping new moms lose those first 15 pounds, they know it's for them. They like, oh, hell yes, solely off of that. So shaping a better you together could be mindset, it could be physical health, and all of those different things. I don't know what RE stands for, so some vagaries there. So, and again, sometimes it could be clarity if they don't know, if they're not in the niche, so that could be my issue there, so I would go there. The best of the beast. Again, a lot of vagaries in that respect. I don't know what this stuff is. Again, so I'm telling you from a not only just like from a coaching side of things, but as a first-time viewer, all I see is review, and then I'm supposed to know what this is, okay? Whereas if we look at the Bowflex adjustable kettlebell on maybe some other channels or something like that, if we go to YouTube, actually, let's click on the video.
If you're interested in the Bowflex adjustable kettlebell, then keep on watching. Hi, I'm Lola, personal trainer and
So something's off with the quality. Either the shutter speed is too low or something like that. So I would just look into that. For it to be 1080p is still quite blurry. And I believe that might be green screen. So I would just look into that. I don't want to do that. I just want to, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Let me go back. Somehow I clicked on something else. So I would start with just creating content straight with what people want. So if we go type in the Bowflex adjustable kettlebell. So you do come up for it, and that's great, but I still would put like that Bowflex logo, whatever that is, or whatever, or just the word up here. So like it's you want to get that instant yes. I want it to be as easy as possible for things to come up. And sometimes you can come up, so like nobody's really doing a great thumbnail thing, and I see yours come out again, like get more, I guess would say, specific in there. So it's not that that's bad, but it's just about making it slightly better. But then also it's getting 1,900 searches per month, and you're coming up first. So you already are doing, you coming up even before the Bowflex channel. So it's not that it's a bad thing, but it's just about making it that much better. And so if there is something like a Bowflex whatever versus Power Block, for whatever reason that comes up first. So in addition to that, like if I got something that's hot, getting 1,900 searches per month, I'm coming up above the Bowflex channel, then I'm like, I might rent this or get this just to do Bowflex versus the Power Block, because that's also getting 1,300 a month. So not only am I, again, you take that lead and seed method of I'm taking something you're already interested in, and then because I know you're in a purchasing pattern or you're in a buying method, then I know you're looking to see more about this thing. And so this is something that you can start to look into. But as far as the thing, it's just like we got you sitting down before we get into it. I'm of the opinion to like jump right into the specifics. So we got it taken out the whatever.
As you can see, we have the mechanical dial here. Right now,
and then let's see. So I would say be cautious of this, because we
them set the plates inside when you have the plates.
I would do this backwards. So what you have here is the thing that they really want to see is small, and we can't even see the main thing because you're the I would swap those at that point to make this the primary image, and then like so that you're in the picture, because they're coming there for the Bowflex thing or whatever. So again, always be thinking about the thing that they want. And then again, like where is the example of it in use, or the, you know what I'm saying, where even if it was like the B-roll from the company, because the chapters are helpful because they're going to click and you'll see in your metrics where people are skipping and jumping to. But I would say just lead to the whole thing of is the, whatever that primary question that people have, is the Bowflex adjustable kettlebell the only kettlebell that you need compared to other brands like the Power Flex or Power Block, calling it the wrong thing, and such, whatever. Today we're taking a review of it and an unboxing. Let's get to it. And so I may have B-roll of myself using the kettlebell. So you're doing the swings and the whatever. And so maybe I'm sharing experience. Like, so I really like it because when I bring my arm up, it does whatever. So I would jump into it like that. And really, and just kind of look at it. Bowflex, kettlebell, I'm calling it all the wrong stuff. Workout. I'm like, if I got something hot, that's where the Canon 50 series came from. That's where other stuff comes from. You like it, I love it. Let's go for it. Bowflex kettlebell review. Bowflex kettlebell workout. Bowflex kettlebell 840 review. Both, like, I'm not making it one whole conglomerate video. I'm spreading it into a series because you already rank over Bowflex themselves. Bowflex kettlebell adjustable. If it was a Black Friday sale, I'm coming back to that conversation around that stuff. I would check into the quality of the video, and it's a fitness channel, or if it's into the whatever, you're in great shape, you can visibly see that, then I would get into more of it when it comes to things like that. So this, let's go over here. So real quick, and this is just like training for everybody. That's a no-no. For the purposes of like what I said in the intro, it's a long 2 or 3 seconds and I don't know what's happening. So I would get rid of that and just have it like a watermark at the bottom or something. Also create for the platform. So YouTube, even though they have tall video content, is not the vibe for searchable stuff. It's fine if you're doing shorts, create some shorts around these things, videos that have done well. This will be something I use for a short, but this is all real estate. It's like putting a playground when you just bought some land, like a kiddie, thing that you get from Toys R Us or whatever, because this is, what I'm saying? Like, so I would think about the content, even though it's short. So even if it's a reel, or it's a short, so that's what it is. So no, my bad. But I'm just saying, like, because it's going to come up, or whatever the thing is, if it's something like this, just be careful of that, because again, so if it's a short, probably put that on the thumbnail so people know that also, because that's a good way to get people to turn off. So, so Fat Logic. So I saw, okay, so that was you that came up for that, I'm guessing, whatever that is. Let's see. So some other stuff. So I get the red and the black. I just would find a different way to make that slightly more interesting and stuff like this. And then too, it's like, so I get the show concept around it, but I don't know. My whole thing is like, okay, so you got some B-roll here. So let me go. Let's play this one.
Welcome back to Fat Logic. Let's best it.
But what about the epidemic?
Obesity.
It's not a real thing.
So real quick, I get the voice changing and things like that, and I'm just addressing it because you're already doing, like, you're doing well. It's just like certain things that just really make it really pop. So the voice change effect is okay, but sometimes the chipmunk, what do you call it, like Alvin and the Chipmunks kind of a deal, is hard to understand already so quick. And so again, like we 15 seconds in and it's still like what? It's like I can't quite understand, or I'm not sure. So you always want to just jump into, like today we're going to jump into the epidemic that's obesity. Does it even really exist, or is this made up? So whatever. So then at that point, if you got a transition of the logo or the branding, that's where it fits. But the first 5 to 8 seconds are extremely important in a video, because we always want to make sure that we're hitting the things that the audience wants, not just what we want. So I would say lean more into that and just probably find a more vibrant version of your brand. There's always something that could be done as far as color scheming, and even like I had to hire somebody for my stuff when it came to the branding, because I'm like I've been doing this, and like in 2018 I did that, but I really want Entree Women TV to be this. And even now I'm at the point I'm ready to rebrand some things just for a more modernized kind of a look. So and this is just tips to everybody as well. Flux, let's go. That's what that channel's called. I think so. And then we're at 2 hours 40 minutes. We're gonna wrap this up in a minute. So here's something when it comes to coloring, and this is a designer. His channel's called Flux. So he did one recently about choosing and how to choose colors.
I suck at choosing colors, so I have to have a very, very clear and simple step-by-step process that I can follow on each project. Otherwise, I completely get lost. And so on this video, I'll share with you the simple 3-step process I use on every web design. Let's rock and roll.
So you see how the lead in for the video makes sense. It's just like, I suck at it too, and I'm a designer, and I'm doing well. So I live in Tel Aviv, and I'm support me and my family off of, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we get that, and then it's just like, so here's the pain point and problem that we all suffer from. Let's fix it. Then the intro comes in. So then it comes to, like, he goes into same thing with the chapters.
Step figured out.
Choosing a dominant color.
The right dominant color for your client.
And throw this in the chat for y'all.
You need to understand what is the meaning of every color, right? And so
So this is a good video to look at, because even if you pick a good color, it's still about picking something that it's like complementary colors. Let me go back and then we'll move on. Because as he goes into it, he's like, talks about brand colors and brand essence of stuff. When you look at blue, it represents trust, stability, peace, and calmness. When you look at purple, it represents royalty, wealth, and success. So his channel branding on Flux and stuff that he has for his courses, this is the dominant color, which is a mix between the two. And then he talks about adding complementary colors and stuff like that in different websites that you can go to that will give you different but like stuff you can use on your channel. So I have my primary colors, and then I also have my secondary and associative colors that represent this. So again, this is where I'm looking at into rebranding. Still take those same colors, but let's really polish it up some more. Had figured out something in 2018, and then I'm like, okay, well, 2019? I'm like, yeah, can I get it like this? But now in 2021, I'm kind of like, okay, now I got more clarity around what I want that to look like. So this is a super helpful video. I've already put it in the chat, and he talks about that, and like, so picking your dominant, complementary, and accent colors. And so he has links to as well as the websites that he's talking about that you can go to, and he has a bunch of stuff on there. So super duper helpful. That's why I follow designers, because I'm not good at it, but I'll take your advice and listen to you because you do know what you're talking about. So I'll say that, and moving right along because I am behind in the chat, as I always seem to be. Okay. Saying the guy in the purple thumbnail was handsome. Doc talking about his own stuff coming up on the YouTube homepage. But that's how you know you watch people. So Doc is trying to just point himself out over here. So he got his, that's not today, that's tomorrow. Okay, somebody says somebody's waiting. So apparently somebody's over there early. Saying, you do you, Diana. Oh, thank you so much, Kathy, for the super chat, saying thank you for your feedback and all the guidance through Vlogmas. My pleasure. Saying I have to binge watch your content. Oh, well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm hoping to make more bingeable and watch-worthy content as the years move forward. So I appreciate that. $10 from Doc Rock. Appreciate you, brother, saying Lemon character doing a victory dance with maracas in his hands. Appreciate that. Saying we missed you. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Saying I just found the dancing lemon stickers. Saying I think if I had too much time to think about the weight of it, I would have talked myself out of doing it. Yeah, especially when it comes to like Vlogmas and producing regular content. Then that's the problem. You go into an analysis paralysis. I'm analyzing so much, I'm making myself stuck. It's not that I can't do something. I'm just thinking so much about it, and I'm just turning it over on my head so many times around it. I'm making myself stuck. You can get unstuck by simply doing. You learn and do. That is where that came from, because it was a similar conversation around people want to just buy, and, oh, let me learn all this stuff. You are never going to learn yourself to the point of being a master and you have never done anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why to an extent some elements of college is stupid, because these are people that are going off of theory in some fields and in some thing. Yeah, you've never done this work before. You just have theory. You've never been an actual entrepreneur, but you're teaching a business course. How? Unless you're just teaching definitions or something. But, you know, it's just like you're teaching a course that requires somebody that has done something to talk about experience. Otherwise, we can all read books. We can all pick these up at the store. We don't need nobody help for this. You know, and we can all learn the same stories. Napoleon Hill talks about the greatest people out there, period. About the men who built America. He'll tell you the stories and their failures. I ain't need to pay for a course for that. So, soapbox, I'm not going to get on. So, but yeah. Saying I donate all the biggest channel does. Which one? Reviews and reactions, which I do on the channel too. Okay, I think I'm past that now. I always learn so much. Thank you for your time. Always a pleasure, Bobby. Good to see you. Saying you're super late. I was super early. Yeah, I see you came in at first, but good to see you, India. saying this is great. Always glad to be of service. Saying I use that kettlebell in some shorts, which is why I do good. Which is why those do good too. Yeah, it's like if you have something that is, I think I'm at a point. Side note, I think I'm at a point. I think 2021. I'm gonna have to hire an editor, which is something I probably should have looked at. But it's just like, again, 2020 was a different year. I got more into my speaking engagement stuff. So, but I looking forward with where things are. I'm gonna have to hire an editor because there are things like that of the shorts, like, you know, Vlogmas stuff I could probably do or whatever. But even still, just that's something I know I need to get into for this next year, in addition to an assistant and some other stuff. So 2021 is going to be like team building some stuff. So, but yeah, shorts is a good element, which is to the point to produce more content around that. So shorts is a good way. You got a home run or something that's good, or, you know, something well talked about. It's worth looking into. Holy cow, super chat from India. Appreciate you, saying the feedback, knowledge, and the time you bless us with every day is invaluable. Thank you. And you're thank you so much, India. I so appreciate that. I really, really, truly do. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's go. Saying, hey, Miss D, happy Friday. Good to see you, Hector. Glad that you are here. We got another super chat. Holy cow, y'all are blessing up the chat, saying, God bless you, sis. Thank you for always helping us and serving. My pleasure. Glad to be of service. So thank you so much, Shantavi. She does a dance to make sure it's not Shantiva, Shantavia, and Shantae. All right, to get it together. So in these Fat Logic segments, the posts are the topic, and I just react to those. Okay, got you. All right, so yeah, it's like you got to find your vibe. If you think of your channel like a TV show, what's the name of I always think HGTV initially, but I'm trying to think of what is a fitness channel, because I ain't even had cable, so I couldn't tell you. But like, imagine the Food Network, even, because that still can tie into health. The Food Network says we want to introduce a fitness segment, and we want to call that show Fat Logic. What are your ideas or things that we can do for the show? Like, when you reframe how you look at your YouTube channel and you really focus in on how can you create something with this, your whole perspective on how you create and what you do really begins to completely change how you do that. So, case study and case in point, let's go over to Instagram. This is Kev on Stage. His full name is Kevin Fredericks. And so he, like anybody else, was just doing comedy stuff or whatever, taking stuff from whatever. However, he gets into the point where he creates out of necessity. Usually he would go on tour, and yet and still he comes up with the Keep Your Distance comedy show. The Keep Your Distance comedy show features other people he probably would have went on tour with, more that he could access, and they film it themselves. They grew from just making and trying to do stuff as the whatever, and the Keep Your Distance comedy became something that he made into something. And now he's getting to Kev on Stage Studios, and that is becoming something. So he'll do even like clips and stuff like, so this is how his stuff kind of started or whatever. What is going on? And let's skip ahead because he'll do commentary on it.
From Africa right now. We need angels from Africa right now. Angels from Africa are being dismissed.
That's what he started off doing. He'll still do that stuff. So he started off how he started off with anybody else, in addition to other fun things.
It is. What time is it?
Instagrammable.
You know, coffee, water. 2 big gulps with personal pickles. 2 big bites.
Also, you know what they are.
You know I know. It's just 2.
So they take the stuff that they started doing, this social media type of stuff, and you know what? He created his own thing where he's doing now stuff where they just created and bought a studio called Kev on Stage Studios. Before, he would like rent a office and kind of make that his studio space for them to do their video podcasts and things like that. But he's reframed how he thought about his content. I'm not just making jokes on the internet. I don't need Netflix. I don't need whatever. But now that has spanned off into, and I've shared many case studies on like the Instagram, on my Instagram stories about him. Just like, you know what, we're going to do this. Brand deals now start turning from the microphone companies or the whatevers to Charter Spectrum, to a Netflix, to a branding for and being on advertisements for stuff like, what's the other site called? Doc, you use it. It's called Patreon. He's on the ads for Patreon because that's the way that he grew his stuff. So when you go to Patreon, let's go to Doc Rock, support Doc Rock real quick. So Patreon is before channel memberships became a thing, and I'm diving into this because I really want y'all to get this. This is why Vlogmas is a champion. Like this, because it spans off into other stuff. So Doc got 10 patrons, right? So you can support Doc Rock and go on there. I don't know if I should do Patreon or if I should do channel memberships or both, but I don't know. So I'm thinking on that myself. But you look at Kev on Stage. So this is, so they're not doing this one no more, but I want to see if this is the old one for how they were doing. But you just see like they had content that was posted for patrons only and stuff like that. So different shows that were exclusive, $5, $7.50, $10 a month. And so in addition to that, got his Kev on Stage Studios, which is $3, $5, $10. And so got some other levels, the about 632 exclusive posts and different behind the scenes and stuff like that. So got income coming from that, income coming from over here. In addition to this stuff like this is, again, like you start thinking of your brand differently. Let me go back.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is your boy Kev on Stage. We are so excited to share what God's been doing for our company. We are now the owners of this soundstage. Ladies and gentlemen, look at the back. Look at the space we have. Listen, wave your hands. Brendan, just...
Because stuff like this becomes extremely valuable because he understands branding. Companies will send us stuff like this because they'll mind sending us stuff like this, and it's $100 if you bought this, $120 or something. And it costs them really nothing to send this to you because if somebody returned it like I'm about to, they're going to lose some kind of money on this anyway. So they like, okay, well, why don't I send you this for free? Do a review because your brand loyalty, the people that have brand to loyal to your brand, to Entre Women TV, we need people to learn about this. And they'll trust your opinion. We'll send this to you, fine. And then you review it and we get the benefits of it. So much so that as he understood, again, like he understood his branding, how can I reach other people and go outside of myself with these jokes? Let's go over here. Playing around on an element and stuff that he does already in his content. I don't know if this is going to get like demonetized.
Fine wife, fancy restaurant.
So, but the point is, he tagged Cisco in this post and Cisco reshared it out. Cisco's a 90s artist and stuff like that. So they could keep doing funny stuff like that. Go over here promoting his own show versus some product.
No more ideas on how to promote the show. I've done everything. What else can I do?
So when he...
paying attention. Hey, you. No,
I'm
talking to you. You're not paying attention. You know, I'm going to come out this phone. Hey! 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 Talk to me and listen!
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
So you look at how you redefine your brand. These are not just YouTube videos. Like, you know what? I'm not just some social media comedian. I'm a network. Now Kev on Stage Studios has become realized after putting in some work for the last couple years and like getting people on your team. You're like, oh, you can do videos. Hey man, come work, you know, whatever, or we'll pay you this, or, you know, however it works. This is now developed. So when you redefine and reframe how you look at your brand, you're not just a t-shirt company. You are a clothing line that helps people redefine and express their brand through clothes. Nixon's, right? You know what I'm saying? You are not just Doc Rock doing some tutorials or whatever. You're a technology specialist in the media thing. You know what I'm saying? So like, you're not just having a podcast and doing some stuff around educational leadership, Kathy. You are the premier leader in educational leadership, right? So when you reframe how you think about your channel, now your content starts to come on a different thing, and brand deals and stuff start to take place. So masterful stuff that he does there. So let me go here. Saying all support is appreciated. Thanks for coming through. Diane is amazing. Appreciate that, India. Saying I used to have those few seconds with pain points, but then I took them out because my audience retention would drop. It got better when I removed it. Excuse me. But here's the thing. Sometimes we adjust for the current audience. Are those the people that are still like, is that the who really should be there? Or is it something, because you have to really look at how your metrics and your numbers and stuff, yes, pay attention to them. But at some point, I understand, for example, some people were upset. You switched and left Canon to go to Sony. This ain't no Canon channel. This does not say Canon USA. Canon USA, Asia, or any of the rest don't pay me a dime. I'm picking what works for me, sharing the value as I can. Now moving from 2018 into 2021, they ain't the move no more. That's not what's working or serving. Moving on, because the focus is about helping you move your vision forward using video, not helping you pick the best daggone Canon camera. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm listening to my core current audience, that is not the full goal or the only people, nor am I dismissing them, but it's a part of the growth. They may say, well, we don't like you doing the Sony. I don't care, because here's what is true. It doesn't matter what camera that you use. I'm also moving you more into other elements so I can talk about stuff like I'm covering in Vlogmas. So post Vlogmas, we can move past all of that and get into deeper and more depth of a conversation around sharing your vision using video. Video simplified. That's the channel promise. Not Canon cameras. You know what I'm saying? Not even Sony cameras. Video simplified. Who's the best shoe for running on the track? Track shoes, not church shoes. So, or if it's one track shoe from one year, it could be another one another year. Maybe it was Adidas and now it's Nike. It don't matter, because it's about track at that point. Whereas over here, video simplified. That's the promise, not cameras or a specific camera brand even. So if I'm focused on what the current audience wants, I'm ultimately just servicing the full vision of the channel. I know people are going to get upset. I know people are going to leave. And sometimes you have to be removed from that, knowing the season that you're moving into and where you're taking your content. So you have to watch that sometimes about, it's like, oh, well, let me just do what keeps them here. Yeah, and be stuck at 800 subscribers for forever, because those 800 people don't want to move. You got to be the Yoda. You can't be the Luke Skywalker. Yoda's going to make you. Yoda hit people in the head with the stick. You know what I'm saying? Yoda ain't trying to give you a back massage. So understanding that in the space that you're creating and showing up for your videos, you have to be the Yoda. You cannot be the Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker had friends, and they did not become Luke Skywalker. They ain't become Jedi. That's what they kept doing, playing in the sand dunes. Understand, building a story brand. We talked about this on the last one. This goes into those kinds of concepts. Along, when you talk about a story's journey, you also have a customer's journey. So check back that Vlogmas video around that, because sometimes it's moving your audience along when they're not ready, or moving your community along, or reaching further depths when they're not ready. And some people are going to leave, and you got to account for that attrition. So you need to now learn the new audience, or the people that you're bringing in, and how do they prefer to receive content. Nobody's ever going to be upset about you for getting to the point. Nobody. But again, nobody's also upset that they want to make sure that they're in the right place too. So just some thoughts there when it comes to that. Saying, what is a super chat? It's like a tip jar. And so in the chat box to the right hand side, I believe, it's like a money sign. So if you click on that, you can send a super chat if you want. So yeah, content creator is open up the opportunity for viewers to send the money during the live stream. Yeah, so just like a tip jar. Oh, Well, thank you, Sylvia. Wait, is this the seed button? Yes. So when you get over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, you are now open to the YouTube Partner Program to receive monetization, and part of that includes Super Chat and Super Stickers. So yeah. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Saying, yes, I did not know this was an option. Boom, I got it, and always ready to bless. So I appreciate that so much. Somebody's y'all laughing at me. Fit TV. There you go. Thank you, June. Fit TV. Saying Kev is hilarious. That's probably what it is. Kev on stage. Thank you so much, Vaughn. Saying value for value. Thanks for addressing my question. Always a pleasure. So again, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Saying Kev is a genius and a blueprint for content creators. He is. He's absolutely incredible. So yeah, most people look at what he's doing, get distracted by the success. It's like, no, I understand the trajectory of what you're trying to do, because it's the same kind of move that Tyler Perry taught a lot of actors and actresses, DPs and creators of plays and stuff. Nobody cared really, unless you were on Broadway or you were part of a local theater company that was doing something big in a city or whatever. Nobody really cares about the play actors, or, you know what I'm saying, people that are in plays. You got to make it and cross over into movies and stuff. Then people be like, oh yeah, we remember seeing him. Tyler Perry is just like, no, how about we record these plays and I'm going to sell these on VHS tapes in the Bible bookstore, because ultimately these are whatever, so I can get distribution, get more exposure, become a household name, and now you got Tyler Perry Studios. So again, it's like, really, again, if I'm only staying where people were the VHS lane and the plays, well, why you got to do a movie? Why it just came to be the plays? Because the masses not trying to watch no VHS tape. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't even into tapes and DVDs no more. So it's like I got to move to where I got distribution to get more access to the masses, and I can distribute how I want. You really redefine how you look at your brand. So saying his grind is second to none, and they just bought a soundstage. Yep, they absolutely did. I think the Patreon and channel memberships are a good way to start, but him moving to his own app is the move, complete ownership. You know, here's the thing though, some people do that. You got to have a very strong brand presence to do an app, and this is where a lot of nonprofits mess up, because they think, we want the church to have an app. Ain't nobody going. Listen, can you even get somebody to your Facebook page? If you can't get people to your Facebook page or your YouTube channel that's public, they are not finna take up the extra space in megabytes to gigabytes, depending on the what, just to watch the same Sunday sermon they ain't watching on YouTube. So you got to have a strong brand presence and elements. But Kev said a long time ago what his vision was for the work that he was doing. And it's been several actors and actresses that have gone on to main movies that have like blockbuster hits that have done extremely well. And they started with him, and he was like, I want this. And I remember watching this video, because that was one of the videos not a lot of people watch for real. And so he started with shirts. Then he started with whatever. Then he started with this. And now they're moving on to this. Video production constantly coming up and all this stuff. So, you know, a lot of good stuff happening there. So, Serena, good to see you. Saying, I've got a question about connecting the Wi-Fi to the Canon M50. Do you know if there is a playback option? So there's a channel, there's a video on the channel about the Wi-Fi and stuff like that. You're just gonna have to watch that, because it's too far removed from me right now when it comes to that, unfortunately. So let me go back to M50. I'm just looking for it. So if you connecting it to the Wi-Fi, you mean like your internet, or like Wi-Fi means to like your phone. The camera's not going to hook up to like the internet like that, but I'll drop copy link address. I'll drop that in the chat for you, Serena. So that's the video about it. So like this video, when you get into connecting the app to your phone, back when I had an Android, we're just going to leave it as EOS. So like you can connect it to your phone and stuff like that, and then you can play it back on your phone, or either you're watching it on the camera or whatever. But the Wi-Fi just means it's creating a private Wi-Fi network to connect to your phone, and then it's you can send and transfer, watch, or control it that way. So that's what that's going to be about. See, I meant from my phone. Yeah, I just answered the question. So yeah, you can watch it on your phone, like if you need to download it, but I don't recall it being something like you can watch it like that or whatever. You can more or less just control it at that point. Okay, saying hey, you better talk about it. I can hear you saying that in church, Sylvia. People will leave, keep it moving. That's the thing. It's like you know, too often we get moved by just on YouTube or whatever, the numbers, the figures, like are people watching or whatever. And it's like, okay, well, if that's not here's the thing. Sometimes, like I was talking to Alicio last night, he was doing the reviews for people that post videos in the groups. And it's like, well, it's like he noticed and he lost like 50 subscribers. Okay, well, sometimes, especially if you're posting daily or you weren't consistent and then you start posting again, you start to show up in people's feed and they like, what channel is this? I've done that. And it's like, well, here's the thing. We don't expect people to respond to our channel because that becomes like our baby. We don't expect them to respond to our channel the same way we treat other people's channel that we're not really connected with. So they subscribed for one thing or thinking like, I want to see more about this that they saw on the channel. Then they see you keep posting stuff about this and they're like, well, I don't want to see that. No, I'm unsubscribed. It's an easy decision. You want those people to leave because they're not watching no way. And so if you have people that weren't engaging, weren't watching, or they click for a few seconds and they leave, that's a negative signal to YouTube anyway. Better that they leave and you actually find somebody that is actually for your content and stuff. So, it is what it is. Saying you preaching, though, can you even find the Facebook page? Yeah. When it comes to churches and stuff, I have and nonprofits and whatnot, I have a strong passion for the work that they do, but I have little patience around the nonsensical beliefs about how to do that and the antiquated methods that somehow they think still are okay. So yeah. See, I know how to connect my phone to the camera, but I just don't see a playback option anywhere. Some of those, here's the thing though, Serena, some of the options are going to be limited for what you can do. If you want to watch the video playback, it's not a whole lot of stuff that regular functionalities for where the phones are with videos and just the way that the smartphones work now, not even now, but just have been. Cameras are still very antiquated in that way, and some of the app integrations are like that. You can play it back on the camera, but you're not finna, and I get that that's stupid and it don't make sense, but that's why I say like camera brands are kind of dumb and antiquated in that way. Play it back on the camera or download it and send it to your phone and watch it that way, but you really hard pressed to do that and really control it like you're thinking. You should be able to, which is you're right, but it's not gonna happen because they don't just really have it hooked in like that for whatever reason. So it kind of sucks. Saying we may be sisters. I totally agree. Understand. Yeah. So, last question, shoot, daggone it, was Sylvia. So, 3 hours. We ain't going to 5. All right. So, guys, I appreciate you. I appreciate you hanging out and all the things in between. And if you get through the replay to the end, may the Lord bless you and keep you always. I don't know if we're going to do anything in the group tonight or something like that. I was thinking about doing some channel reviews over there in the Entree Women TV Facebook group, and doing some video reviews. So we may see. Probably not though. So well, we'll see. If anything changes, we'll be in the group. All right, y'all, live with passion. I will see you in the next video. Peace out.